Hey everyone, welcome for another Whip It Sundays. With me, with pretty much every Sunday so far, I guess every Whip It Sunday so far, my buddy Hulk Smash Customs from the great up north.
How you guys doing?
As you see, my workstation's covered. I got stuff I'm working on, and our buddy Keon's not feeling too good, so he's had surgery last week. So he may or may not be joining us tonight. So anyway, I hope he gets a speedy recovery and gets feeling better soon.
Yeah, feel better, buddy.
And I got several things I'm wanting to work on. And seen on Instagram, I saw where Robo on the Foosh did use those eye decals, so I started trying to make some myself, and they work good, but I didn't get the scale quite right. So I'm going to have to do another different version to get the smaller eyes just right. I can still use some of these for different projects, but on like this scale head, like the one small or 1/12 scale heads, they're just a little bit too big for the irises, the pupils.
Yeah.
But I still be able to use them for like my bigger heads too, like the Hulk heads I'm working on. And I think I got the base green mix just right for working on these Hulk heads too, and I think it's turned out pretty close. I got you can see the lights makes it look a little weird on this, but it's pretty close to the base green. So I can start doing the shading and the highlights, and it should be just right, and then start adding the details. Just keep trying to get all the different coats on to make sure. Green's one of those ones you got to do multiple coats to get a good coverage. So it's kind of pain in the butt to deal with green, but and I printed out a smaller version. This is not water slide decals. I shrunk it and cut them out and just test them just to see if it's going to be the right size. It won't have the same effect. I'm thinking these smaller ones are going to be fun. Maybe right at what I need. Maybe actually, I think I need to go smaller than this. You never realize how tiny those eyes are until you trying to match up the irises and the pupils.
Yeah, and painting them is even worse.
Oh yeah, if I can get this to work. I tried it and put it on some. They were just too big, but it looks like it's going to work perfect.
Well, it would make life easier if they did work. If it works out, right?
Yeah. So I'm getting this Leia. The slave Leia one had awful eyes, and I've been working on it, getting the flesh tones fixed right. I have a set of eyes. Looks like it'll be just right, and this is a tiny figure too.
Yeah, she's really tiny.
This Carrie Fisher was like 5'1" in real life, so they made this in the Black Series figures were basically true one scale 12 for a long time.
You know, who's even tinier than her is that Jyn Erso.
Jyn, do which one?
Jyn Erso from Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
That figure is tiny. It looks like a little girl.
We're doing all right. We're chugging along on some different projects and trying to get the colors mixed up right. I actually had some mixed up. It looks almost a dead green. It's very, very close to the flesh color on the Slave Leia I already had mixed up. Might need just a little bit of warmed up a little bit, but it's close. And go ahead, have me another coat on that. Clean paper towel, clean my brush, and a little more basic Whip It Sunday this week is just some simple project work, and I figured out I was debating about even having it this weekend because my sister and my nephew's visiting. And she's like my sister goes to bed early. She's get an early day job, and so she's used to going to bed early, so didn't interfere with their visit. So let's do the Whip It Sunday. And
it's gonna be a little harder during the summer too, though.
Yeah, summer. I might start doing like in the summertime, do like a bi-weekly show every other week.
Yeah, if if the scheduling is okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, people are gonna have barbecues and they're gonna be going away for weekends and stuff. So we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Exactly.
So I ordered a couple of street figures. They were on sale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I finally. Well, regular here is about what 35 now. They're on sale for like what was it? Amazon, I think either 26 or 28. So I grabbed a couple.
Yeah. I actually ordered one of the three Jokers, the one that's all purple suit,
Yeah.
McFarlane, where they're 7-inch scale.
Oh, yes.
I think
I
that
that's
would work.
that's what I mentioned last week. And go for a McFarlane because the size of that head is going to be perfect on a 7-inch figure.
Yeah. They were on sale for like $9 something on
Yeah,
Amazon,
sure.
and so it was like perfect timing.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we were talking about last week. And then
yeah, yeah,
they popped up for sale. It's like, heck yeah.
yeah. I didn't even think about that when you first mentioned because you told me you were using the Movie Master Joker figure there, and I was like, okay. But then when you were showing it last week, it would have worked on that body too. But I know what you mean. That those bodies are kind of like crappy. Those Movie Masters one. And then it dawned on me. You're saying it can even go on a bigger body. They
Yeah.
just hey, you know what, McFarlane, they're decent figures like for 7-inch. He does put a lot of detail into them. It's just that the problems with that guy is the scaling
Yeah.
from one figure to another. You know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah. He does not believe in skill within his own line.
no, but you know what? I think that head'll look great on one of those bodies.
I think so too. Ordered it today, this morning. I saw that Toy News International had posted that it was on sale on. I think he posted it on his Facebook page and linked to their website,
Hmm.
and it's like, I think I will.
Why not at that price?
Oh yeah, I can find a use even if it doesn't work for that, which I think it will. I think that's going to be perfect.
Well, you told me I don't really know too much about the character, but you told me he's a taller character though, right?
Yeah, from what I remember, he's a taller character. He's tall and lanky.
I think
Like,
that'll look good with your prime customs and the sludge. I think
yep,
it'll all look good.
he's the villain to Sludge, so that'd be great. Well, he's actually became like a greater villain all around. Um, hey, Steven, let's see. Well, you can come in for a little bit. Copy to clipboard. Paste. And, let's see. What to work on next? Hmm. The StreamYard link would not go to Facebook. It's interesting.
Really?
This is a good base flesh too. That Citadel, it's a Kessel uh, flesh. It is a great out of the bottle flesh tone. I found that's what's on these right now. This one, I used the
That.
warm. Use the warm flesh tone for testers as base,
Mhm.
and I basically like put a few layers on and dry brushed around the eyes to keep some of that warmer around there. That had the look like shading.
Yeah.
So turned out really nice. Hey, Steven.
Hey, how's it going?
I did all right. Got quite a few things to work on, so I've been trying to figure what to work on next.
Well,
And,
I don't know what's wrong with the paint I was using, but I'm glad I did this. I was trying to do like a dummy test.
mm-hmm.
Hold on. And I don't know. It was a little bit more liquidy. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
A lot of red. Is it red that you're working on?
Yeah, it's red.
You got to do like a light base coat for reds. Do like a white, then go red over top of that.
Okay. Okay. So the color that's already on it needs to be white instead of
Yeah, I use like testers. I used to use the white primers,
yeah.
and Mr. Hobby makes a white primer spray too. But when you're doing like reds or yellows over top of darker colors,
Mm-hmm.
you got to do like a light primer.
Because yeah, when I was painting this on the paint, I don't know.
Blue
I,
fish.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was just going over too much or what.
Were you using a lot of paint, like on the brush?
Uh, not a lot. I just kind of dab the brush towards like on the tip, and then paint on it.
Yeah, because a good tip is paint like thin, more than one thin layer instead of one thick layer. You know what I mean? Like it's always best to use little paint and then just do multiple coats rather than trying to cover all at once.
And a lot of times too, it's good to go in one direction in light coats too.
Mm-hmm.
Go like on this head here. I'm getting ready to go up one. Keep going up in one direction. Light coats. Don't try to cover in one coat. And let that sit. Let that dry.
And
Okay.
patience too. Patience, a lot of people don't give the paint enough time to dry between coats, and you kind of messing with the coat underneath, and it starts to get a little bit choppy.
Yep.
So just take it slow.
And if you start going over too much too, when the paint starts to dry, it starts to cure, your
Mm-hmm.
brush will start snagging that partially cured paint, and that's what's going to cause your brush strokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What color did you paint the red on top of?
Well, I was trying to mix some of the reds I currently have.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I try to buy some red paint from like Amazon or something, it's not really that. It ends up not being the paint that I really need.
Yeah,
The color that you're looking for.
yeah, it's hard to go by like the digital swatches to know when you look at those. That's not what the paint's going to be.
Like
That's one of the things, issues like where I've lost testers. When I order chrome yellow, I know what color that's going to be. I've used it so much. But
yeah.
when I order Tamiya yellow, I'm not sure what shade. There's so many shades of yellow. I don't know what shade of yellow that Tamiya is going to be since I've never used it.
Sometimes also it helps to actually if you can go to a store that has the paint.
Mm-hmm.
It'll give you a little bit more of an idea, and it's been mentioned a few times on here that most paint dries a little darker than the color you're looking at through the bottle.
Yeah, like this burnt sienna. When you look through the bottle, it's really light looking color, but when it dries, it is a darker shade, and it's almost got like a reddish tint to the brown.
Hmm.
It's when you where I've dealt with the testers so much, I kind of know how they're going to dry. It's just where I've used them so much, but I picked up these over the last week just to try them out. I stopped at I was looking for styrene.
Oh, for dry brushing, yeah.
Yeah, and I tried got these for dry brushing, trying out from different colors of green.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get a few more. These are really nice light shades. This is two different colors. This one's really vibrant. The embers. This is a little more subdued. They're both of them brighter than what I need right now, but they look nice though. They went on nice, and these are cheap. I got both these. I think one was $1.79, one was $1.99.
Yeah, I use a lot of those craft paints, Like, I mean, especially because I do a lot of dry brushing with my customs, and like, I mean, I don't worry about wasting that. Like, it's so it's so cheap, right? Like, I mean, if I was using a lot of testers and stuff, well, especially now that testers is pretty much, it's going extinct, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, with that craft paint, I don't worry if I waste a little too much.
Is craft paint just as good as the tester's paint?
I wouldn't say that. No.
It's great for different applications and where it's cheaper, and you're definitely gonna need a sealer. When I can touch this, I can feel the difference between this is testers and this craft paint. I can feel the difference in the texture. This needs to be sealed. The testers, it's rock solid. It's fine. But this, the craft paint, it feels softer, so you're definitely going to need a sealer with it.
Yeah. Another thing I've noticed because I was also testing the Vallejo on that same figure on the I think it's the right leg, and after it dried, the paint was rubbery.
Yeah, that's the. Some of the paints will be rubbery until you actually seal them.
I'm not sure if I put too much on there or. But thing is, I was using the same kind of paint on my on my Joe Valentine figure right here.
Yeah.
And the paint on her it's rock solid. It's not coming off once I sand it off. And it's the same thing. It's Vallejo.
Could be because it's different plastics between the figures too.
Yeah. That is very distinct possibilities. The plastics are acting differently to the paints. And I think that's the one I need. Next, I think I need the bigger O-ring. I redid this. This head, I dremeled out a little bit more. I want it to sit a little lower on the neck.
Yeah.
And also,
don't forget
it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, don't forget one of those select style heads for my little goodie box.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm working on. I got several of these I need to finish up and I'll send out to a few friends.
And also,
that was too big.
I've had this Doctor Strange for a little bit, and I don't know why, but the plastic cape it just kept bugging me because of how top heavy it was.
Yeah.
So I followed. I followed your review and someone else's review on it. Of taking hot water and then just popping it off.
Yeah.
That worked. But now
you got the hole in the chest right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. So I feel I used the Fix It to fill the hole in mine.
Yeah.
I like this one where you can use water to smooth it out. And
I found like a two-part fix it mix.
Mm-hmm.
I
Epoxy
think
sculpt's great too. It's
yeah,
just works differently.
it's a fix it clay.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's the one you were talking about.
This one's um,
I could probably send you a link of it.
Is
Fix
it
It
Abe's?
Fix It. They actually use this one for a lot of stuff. I think it's originally we used for like taxidermy.
Well, in the description, it says it's used for. Let's see, what did it say again? It's adheres to ceramic, stone, plastic, fiberglass,
Mm-hmm.
and metals. It cures 3 to 4 hours,
Which
Sounds
company
interesting.
makes?
and there's two of them.
What company makes
Fix
it?
it A and fix it B, and you're supposed to mix them together.
Is it Aves?
Aves,
Is that the brand?
AVE, AVES.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that
Yeah,
sounds
but-
like it's probably just a different packaging of the same stuff I'm using. Then sounds like.
I also need to invest in a Dremel.
Dremels are very good tools to have. Definitely, it's a Dremel is definitely a good tool to have for doing this kind of stuff. That's kind of an art form too, using your Dremel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that requires a lot of patience.
Yeah, you don't want to take too much material at one time, and
Always test fit.
yep,
A lot of patience, and I'm guessing 100% focus.
Yeah, and you just do a little at a time. Keep on trying. If you're trying to get something to fit, or if you just take your time with it and keep on trying it. Just make sure you don't go too much, because once it's gone, it's easier to take more off than to put back on. So
yeah. You can put stuff back on certain things, but not always.
no, well, once it's gone,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Another question I have is, I found some on eBay where someone is selling custom torsos,
Oh, I bet I know who you're talking about too.
and I saw he was selling a custom torso for figures like a Black Cat
Yep, I know
or a Black
exactly who you're
Widow.
talking about. He does some really cool stuff.
And I was wondering, is there a way that you can install like a ball peg,
Like in the neck.
on the neck?
I haven't gotten any of his torsos. I've been meaning to contact him, see if he could. I've been tempted to see if he could do a.
It's on eBay.
Yeah, I'm friends with him on Instagram,
Huh.
and I've been meaning to see if he can do a custom sculpt for when I get around to doing Mantra, do her torso. He does the upper torso and lower torsos.
Well, I didn't know that.
I'm curious to see if he can do
I gotta have it saved here.
a Mantra torso for me with her armor.
Let's see. Because I lost it one time, and for a while I couldn't find it. So what I decided to do was try to save it, watch list, and apparently did not save in the watch list. Why?
eBay's evil.
Here it is.
That's what the E and evil for. It's not electronic. It's actually evil.
Yeah.
So, Metaverse Customs.
Yep, that's him.
Huh.
I want me to do me a good look at the screen. I grabbed my reading glasses and had my regular glasses, which I have no idea. There they are. I got to be able to see my computer screen. I'm on Instagram right now.
Yeah. I was wondering if it was a possibility to remove the tip of the neck and to turn that into like a double ball peg.
Oh, it's possible.
It's possible. It's just I haven't worked with his materials. I mean, meaning to order some of his torsos. They look really nice.
I haven't seen them.
I'm getting ready to pull it up here on screen.
Because I noticed that Hasbro with some figures like
he does heads. He does heads as well.
Yeah, he does heads as well. I saw that.
That's right. I have seen these.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm thinking. He might be able to do mantra stuff for me. So this mantra's got a mask. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, when I first started to try to customize stuff and not just try to fix any paints, I ended up learning a huge wide variety of customizers.
He's got a resin printer too, which is higher quality. Were those beasts a little bit higher? But if you go back a little bit, yeah. What are those monster heads or 8 heads? Oh, okay, those are cool.
I guess we like Mythic Legion style stuff.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Is that a Huntress?
Yep, that's what it looks like. The Huntress.
Yeah.
Well, he calls it Jean. Oh, that's a classic Jean, but looks like Huntress to me.
You can use it for both.
Yeah, they're about identical, like designs.
Yeah.
Ooh, that about work for
Polaris?
Topaz for
from
the Ultra Force. She's got that centerpiece on down her hair.
Mm-hmm. Got the pigtails there too. That looks pretty cool. Like a rogue. Oh, that's pretty cool.
You got some beautiful sculpted heads and torsos and stuff. You can use the rogue head. It's either rogue, dazzler, or like they're Jean, but that's also a Huntress too.
Yeah.
There's April O'Neil.
Yeah.
Nice.
Turtles. Oh, he's got hats.
Oh, the fedoras too, eh? Wow.
Fedoras and derby.
Yeah.
Cowboy hats.
There's the Stetsons. Wolverine.
Yeah, he's got feet. She-Hulk torsos.
Yeah, that's the mold, the sculpt I'm planning on getting at some point.
The She-Hulk one looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Oh, could you? Oh, I want to see something I just saw down there. A little further, the fiery one there. That looks pretty cool. Actually, the one with the head on it. That could work for a few different characters.
Yeah.
Medusa.
Oh, yeah.
If you're sculpted like with some hair.
Mm.
I know that.
So this is actually the head. See there?
Yeah.
This is the whole piece. Yeah.
Do you remember I sent you a link to there's a customizer called David San Jose?
Hmm.
He did a Medusa head that the hair is actually a stand, and the head is attached to it. And you
I remember that.
Remember that?
that,
really
that Mystique head looks a hell of a lot better than what Marvel Legends did.
I think that could be either Mystique or Raven.
Yeah.
Well, they're both named Raven, but Raven from DC and Raven from Mystique.
Yeah. Well, he makes a lot of cool stuff.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie that the Marvel Legends does do a lot of good stuff.
Oh, he put rooted hair on that.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I don't have the patience for that. Yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff.
Who is that big guy up there?
Oh, stop sharing.
Sorry.
Share screen. Which one?
Right there.
Oh, he took a Juggernaut and made Mammoth.
Charlie, right?
Yeah, Mammoth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That looks like it's on the Juggernaut body.
Yep.
Yeah, it is the Build-A-Figure or the 2-pack. Yeah.
It's even the Juggernaut head.
Yeah, I saw that.
Looks like it's the helmeted head. He didn't restore the rest of the head. That's pretty cool.
No, I probably would have made the hair a bit longer.
Modern Mammoth's he's got a beard and long hair.
Yeah.
A lot of people use Juggernaut to make what's Charlie 27 or.
Yeah. From the was it the original Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Stop screen. I think I'm going to try. Let's see. This head is big enough for some of the eyes I made.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait before I try customizing this even further until I actually know what I'm doing.
There we go. I think that's the size I need. Yeah, it's good to have if you can find like lots of like cheap fodder figures to practice on. Those it's always good to do. You can usually find like lots of just parts and bins. People are trying to get rid of their leftover fodder.
Yeah.
Those for like practice figures works out great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cut out a few of these. Put my mouse out of the way.
That is a lot of Hulk heads.
So why not? Oh, Hulk heads, yeah.
That's a lot of them.
A few of them. Let's see. This is my good one. That's not my good knife. Where's my good knife? I got a bit of a mess. I'm cluttered up today.
I took the Mattel Batman Beyond, and I sanded his stomach, so now he doesn't have a pot belly anymore.
Oh. I seen the ink figure, the Batman Beyond in ink colors.
Yeah.
Amazon's on sale for less than $10.
The sad thing is the paint on his bat symbol. I was scratching. I was scratching it a bit, and some of it started coming off.
That sucks. You think they'd be a little more durable from the factory?
Yeah, that's good. Eh?
Put that fresh blade in.
Is that a water slide?
Yep. They didn't turn out as good as I want to. I couldn't use the good printer at work.
Oh, you didn't end up using it?
Well, I used one of the printers at work, but it's not as good as the one I used to use. Well, the one I used to use got hacked.
Oh, no.
It's offline right now. So until they fix that one, I can't use that printer. So I used a lesser laser printer. So I want to give the Juggernaut some eyeballs. Well, some irises.
I'm curious to see how this is going to come out.
Have somebody contact me on Instagram asking if they can buy some sheets if they work out. Like, I don't trust us just trying to get this to figure out. I said, this works out all right. I cleared them with Mr. Hobby. Mr. Hobby's actually an acrylic top coat. That's what they say to clear these things with too.
Here comes the patience.
Yep. With the chat. Oh, my nephew chimed in. Hey, buddy. Why are you not down here and be listening to us live? He's upstairs.
So now I'm going to get some white paint and paint the torso.
Yeah. You might want to clean up if it's thick like that, you might want to get some thinner and clean it off first.
I use acetane. Is that nail polish remover?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Use the Mr. Hobby sealer on these water slides. It don't seem to be as durable as what I want it to be. So I'm probably going to end up having to do a different type of sealer on these. Or it might be just a cheap paint. Just destroyed both these.
There was one time where I saw like a speck of paint on a figure that was not supposed to be there. So I took a bit of a risk and grabbed my bottle of acetone, dabbed why can't I think of the name? It's the stuff that you use to clean your ears with.
Q-tips?
Yeah, Q-tips.
Yep, that's what I keep those. I keep those on handy too for sure.
And I very carefully just dabbed the spot where the spot was, and it was gone. At that point, and I started thinking to myself, "Hey, I'm getting better at this." But yeah, now I'm gonna have to clean off my my dummy figure and try again.
That's one of the things I always say is like, no matter how long you've been doing this, accidents happen. I just destroyed the first two little eyes I tried to cut out. Don't get discouraged if anything happens. I was wanting to stick with the acrylic sealers because I think that would work with the microset stuff better.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to have to go with. I'm sorry, what?
That bottle, is that a spray? or
this is just liquids you just brush on. It's a microsaw, microset. It's for water slides.
Huh.
And I think we're going to have to. Lost my train of thought. Oh, I'm going to have to go with a different sealer.
Yeah, so you're mentioning that.
I messed with them the other day, and the sealer's not tough. When I start trimming it out, and it starts breaking the print, and it starts coming off the paper.
I've seen people just use the water slides that come with the model kits. I've never actually tried to use those. So the paper part separates from the clear,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what stays on the actual figure then.
Yep.
Okay. I know Robo was using those for model kits. He's got like this tool where he sets the water slide, the logo on it, and I don't know, I couldn't see exactly what he was doing, but yeah, it just looked he had this tool that he was using with it. I don't know if you've ever seen him use it.
I can't remember.
It almost looked like, I don't know, I'm not, you know, that mirror that the dentists use.
Oh yeah, like a dental pick type thing.
But like, you know, the actual mirror part, like it was something like that with a little bit of a curve to it, and it had a flat piece of metal. I guess he was separating it on that. I don't know if that makes sense. I've never used water slides, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was using.
Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice.
So, aside from Vallejo, what other brands of paint have skin tones?
Citadel's got a nice. We were talking about before you came on. Is the Castle Flesh?
Yeah, that looks really cool. Not very many skin tones just go straight on from the bottle onto the figure like that, though. Usually you want to tweak it a little bit and make it darker or lighter. That one looked pretty good, though.
Yeah, it goes on really nice.
How's that coming out?
I think my local comic book shop sells paint like that. But it's more for those minifigures.
That's what they advertise this stuff. The Citadel's for, and they work great on the action figures too.
Are they expensive?
Very.
Oh.
They're expensive, but they got a good array of colors.
So really good quality.
And they're good quality. They cover really well too. I think this is gonna work great.
Yeah, at some point. Actually, I could probably order the fix it clay right now.
Our friend Modesto, he was talking about those P3 paints, and I'm gonna try those out because they got some nice colors, and they're not price is not too bad on them either.
Another thing I did to the Doctor Strange figure, and I learned this from another customizer, which I could probably show you. And I was very hesitant on doing this. I took my my model kit right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a slit on the skirt, and then
Yep, I did the same thing with the slit on the side.
and then after that, I used a one of the sanders that's has a point to it, but it's completely round,
Mm-hmm.
and and I went over the edge. I went over the edge on it, because the guy said, if you do that, then it's gonna have a harder time of tearing after you made the cut.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna work out great. I just got to get my sizes right
Yeah,
on these.
I'm gonna try to order some magnets and that clay and those paints, because I'm getting tired to see a hole in Doctor Strange's chest.
Give us a close up of the eyes there.
That's what I'm actually doing here. Is my resolution on the camera is not the best, so I'm gonna send this to you. Oh, just want to say hi. What's up, y'all? Hey, Mr. Universe. And go. I think you just got it.
Yes, you heard that.
It's loading here. Share screen.
Oh, wow. That looks amazing.
And
Wow.
Look at that, eh?
And that's my smallest size right now, so it fits big heads.
And
Yeah.
what's this head for?
It's fixing up. I took the bruising off this knockoff Juggernaut. I ground down where he had a black eye and repainted the eyes white. I got still touch up the eyebrows and the lips. I got rid of the swelling and stuff. I wanted a non-beat up head.
Yeah.
I think that's going to work out just fine.
Yeah.
It's just tedious.
So.
Now I'm going to take the microsaw and smooth it down. The microsaw starts to dissolve the paper that leaves the print, softens it up where it'll contour better. Oh yeah, that's it, making it even better. Yeah, that looks really good. And I didn't have to paint the eyes. That was worth the frustration of trying to deal with it. Those look really good. Thank you.
Don't gotta paint eyes. It's always a bonus.
Yeah. I'll hit that tomorrow with a different sealer. Those decals will sit better. Well, they'll hold together better. I mean, right now, the ink is a little too delicate. But yeah, that's took a ton of the work out of painting eyes. I went online and I looked for a vector art and stuff for eyes. I made a whole sheet of eyeballs and different colors, different shapes. So now I got plenty of eyes. So I know this size here is good for Hulk size heads. So I need to go even smaller for regular characters.
That must be very time consuming and a lot of patience.
Yeah, it will. That's still a lot of work, but less than painting eyes by hand. Which I can do. It's not my favorite thing, but I can do it.
Yeah, not fun at all.
Take some burnt sienna and a little bit of Evil Sun Scarlet.
So is that miniature figure paint like the
Yeah.
next best thing next to testers?
I've had not any issues mixing with testers, but I can't say everybody would have the same success I have. But I'm not going to guarantee it'll work perfectly for everybody, but it's worked fine for me.
Well, that's good.
I'm actually printed out some eyebrows too, which that's one of the things I hate. I think I dislike painting eyebrows more than I painting eyes. Eyebrows, you got to get symmetrical on both sides.
Yeah.
And to me, figures look weird if their eyebrows are not right too.
Unless it's
Yeah.
The Rock.
Do what?
So, unless it's The Rock we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the Customs my Matthew, he uses those P3 paints, and that looked like they had some really nice golds. I was thinking like I need some more brush gold for when I do start doing the paint job on hard case.
Is that the paint that Modesto mentioned?
Yep, I think that's the one you mentioned, and I saw Matthews now. He does WIP It Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
His is at midnight, so he's on. I think he's on West Coast. So you gotta be a night owl to catch his streams.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock in his area, then, right?
Yep. And he does some really good work too. Yeah, asked me if I want to come on his show next time. He's going redoing his displays here next couple shows.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets back to WIP IT, so he wanted to know if I want to come on. I said, sure. Sounds like a cool plan to me. Yeah, burnt sienna and Evil Sun Scarlet made a good red to match the eyebrows on the Juggernaut.
Give him those ginger brows.
He gave us soul up. So that's the trick he did with the Crytek Demon.
I think till this day.
Gingers don't have souls to give them, so. Just kidding, everybody. I'm not. If you got red hair.
I think till this day, there's people out there that still think that Juggernaut's a mutant, but he's not.
Oh well, the movies they kept making them mutants too.
Well, the movies are just completely just making it inaccurate.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they're doing it by mistake or on purpose, or
they just tried to
doing
do
it just to fit the story.
They don't care.
Yeah, they wanted everybody in the movie to be either a mutant or human, so they didn't even go into his. They didn't even, you know what I mean? Like they didn't even. That wasn't Juggernaut. know, it wasn't even related to Xavier in any way, or
Yep.
Well, in the comics, Xavier and the Juggernaut are not really related.
no, I know, but I'm saying
They're stepbrothers.
Yes,
the
they're
stepbrothers,
stepbrothers
they didn't even know each other in the movie.
in the movies. Yeah, that's another thing I noticed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the movie's good, but when you're like a huge comic fan, you start to notice a few things here and there.
Well, no, if you're gonna do a character, do the character right.
Yeah.
Don't change it. Like, I mean, he despises Charles because he's a mutant. He doesn't like his brother or his stepbrother. So, like,
He bullied Charles even as a child.
that's right, because he was I guess his father treated him better. I guess, right?
His father favored him more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess being a mutant, what you know, Kane was it? Kane didn't really like Kane Marco, right? Kane, right?
Yeah.
King Marco. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, Kane. He didn't like him because he was the favorite and he was a mutant. So
And
because
yeah,
They hinted for a long time that Bruce Banner was a latent mutant.
yeah,
Bruce Banner.
Well, they're saying that what happened to him was a mutation, right?
Yeah, I think they call them mutates. When they're not actual mutants, they call them mutates or something like that.
Yeah. If you weren't born with powers, you're a mutant. Well, no, if you were born with powers, then you're a mutant. But if you're not born with powers and these powers were given to you,
his father hated him because he thought Bruce Banner was a mutant.
Yeah,
but he was super intelligent as a child.
Yeah.
And that's why he hated his mother because it gave him a mutant son.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
I always found it funny that I didn't, like I said, I didn't really read the story, but just by researching that whole House of M storyline there, where Magneto was basically top gun, and if you're a mutant, you're either with him or you know what I mean. You got all the mutants to work with them, and then the Hulk was in Australia, or I guess like living with the Aboriginals there, and as he was basically going after every mutant, saying, you know, come. Basically, I want you working with me or whatever, right? Anybody who's powerful. And then he went to the Hulk. He just asked him, would you like to join us? Leave me alone. And that's it. End of story. Don't bother that guy. You know what I mean? Just leave him where he is. Why would you want to piss him off, right? It kind of reminds me of the one of the newer X-Men movies. Remember when they were recruiting mutants and they went to go get all you saw was Hugh Jackman played that
that little PG-13 allowed one F-bomb and they let him do the go F yourself.
Yeah, hi, we're go F yourself, and then he just starts drinking on his, you know, sipping on his beer, and he's like, all right, walk out.
Yeah, that turned out great. Those eye decals are going to be a trick if I can get those worked out.
Yeah.
So much easier. Okay, we got Hulk heads galore. We need to check.
Well, I think I'm gonna go on ahead and go.
Okay, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for letting me on, and thank you for answering my questions.
Hey, no problem. That's what I enjoy helping people like getting into customizing.
Yeah, And I know probably next Sunday I'm probably gonna have even more questions for you to answer.
I wish there was somebody doing that when I started.
Yeah.
Well, it's always to ask someone and also learn from your mistakes
Mm-hmm.
and to learn from mistakes from others.
It's like I said earlier. It's like this: when you make mistakes, just don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
I still make them, and I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm old, and I still make mistakes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look into that miniature paint,
Yeah, it's really nice. It's expensive, but it's really good stuff.
which means I'm gonna have to be very selective of my colors.
And they got a good. One thing that's nice about those too. Their colors are pretty close to what they're going to dry to. When you see them in the bottles,
Mm-hmm.
they got the little top dome part. You can kind of see the colors. Shake them up when you get them, and what you see is basically the way that's going to go on, like an orangey red, like a camo green. That's what they look like. In
Yeah.
person, it's not that orange. On the camera, it's making it look super orange.
So do you think I need to put acetone on the entire upper body?
Oh, I wouldn't go that extreme. I would just
Or
carefully wipe it down with like a little Q-tip.
all right,
Dab it
because
on, wipe it off. Dab it on, wipe it off. You don't want to go too much. Too much acetone will melt the plastic.
yeah, that's what I don't want to do. Which now that you said that, I was using this body before this one popped out, before this one was released.
Uh-huh.
I was using this one.
Yep.
And I would use the acetone to remove the emblem off the chest, and no matter how many times I remove the emblem, which I bought this figure like three times already, and every time I try to remove the emblem, it always leaves like a mark on the chest.
It's kind of like it's probably because the paint type they use. It's oh, we got a guest. Hey, bud.
How's it going?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I've been watching you guys since it started. I was just on the way home driving, so I didn't want to like distract myself, keep looking down, so I was just listening.
Good. That's a good call.
Yeah.
But were you talking about like the logo keeps showing up? It's probably because the way the paints was implied. Those factory paints, they almost like
Melt into the plastic.
kind of. Certain ones, not always, but some of them they do.
Yeah.
So
I even tried to match the color with the gloss paint, but even that was it was too watery.
might try that. Like I said, the Citadels cover really well, and I got it in my cart. I'm going to be ordering next day or so when I make some order out on Amazon. That P3 paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to try
Packet press.
But yeah, if that's really the case, well actually I used the same black paint on this, like the same black paint I used on both of these, and for some reason it looked like that the blue Vallejo paint adhered to the testers a bit better than by itself.
Well, the testers bonds really well, so to plastics, it's gold standard for years for. So I can see why it adhere better.
Yeah. Another thing I'm going to try to do is
The Vallejos, what I've seen is very thin paints. Oh, what I've used the flesh tones.
yeah.
The flesh tones are very thin. It took me
Yeah.
several coats when it started slaughter.
Mhm.
Several light coats. It's thin and doesn't cover like really well, so you got to do several coats.
I think the Vallejo paints are supposed to be used with the those spray things.
Airbrush, yeah.
Yeah, airbrush. I think
That's probably why they're thinned out so much. They are meant to be airbrushed.
another thing I plan on doing is sanding the detail off this helmet, and then sculpt over it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not.
It depends what you're wanting to make.
Well, I have this helmet which I tried to generate in three dimensional. This helmet right here.
Oh, okay. You already got it planned out. Nice.
I try using a Blender, but like I have my own 3D printer,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason I just can't. I don't. I guess I'm being a bit too cautious because it's not that resin 3D printer.
It's
It's the your more basic printer.
yeah, the uses the pellets.
Yeah. Oh, not pellets, but the filament.
The filaments, yeah. The pellets are for like injection molding. The filaments are for like 3D printing. I get them mixed up sometimes. The PLA.
Yeah.
Was it a PLA? I think it was like 3D printing. Okay.
A lot of people use the one with the filament, though.
Yep. The film, that's what Quintson was using for his Sharkticons.
Yeah.
And those are turning out great. I saw he did a gold one here recently. It's like, it looks nice.
All right.
I mean, for TFCon Toronto.
Yeah.
It's going to be a special one for there.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Again, thank you for letting me. Thank you for letting me on.
Oh yeah.
And I hope to be on the next stream.
We have a good one.
You
Take
too.
care.
Good to hear from you.
And again, your customs are really helpful.
I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
Later.
Windsor, Emilio Lopez at Windsor Newton Brush Cleaner. Yeah, that stuff works really good.
There's another plug.
Oh, did you get to see the Juggernaut eyes I put on?
Yeah, I got to see that when you put the water slides on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard him talking about the tool that Robo used. I can't think of what the name of it is either. I'd have to look at his video when he did it.
You
Yeah.
saw right?
Yeah, I saw that tool that he was using.
I
don't know.
I need to look at that tool. It's like because they're so delicate when they come off the paper. Trying to use tweezers is a little tough.
Yeah.
It's like this little flat metal thing with a handle.
Oh man. Ugh.
But those turned out really well on the Juggernaut.
Yeah, that looks great.
All right, time to go in the house. I'm getting dive bombed by these damn beetles. These big ass drone brown beetles that I don't know. They want to go for the light, but they always wind up smacking into me. I get really pissed. Finally got my Tamiya. I finally got my damn Tamiya masking tapes in. Finally.
Oh, nice.
I got 3mm because I'm gonna try to work on that Archangel where I can actually, tape off all the line work, and then I got like 4 different sizes. So the 3mm came in today, and that's about what I need for the actual line for the thin lining. Picked up I think it's a 3D printed Archangel head off of eBay. It was pretty cool too, so I'm probably gonna use that instead of the normal head.
Nice.
A little thin. It's got a big old hole in the bottom, so I'm gonna have to pack it up pretty good, and then create a new hole.
Yeah, they usually. I got a couple of heads from eBay too, and those holes are huge. Man. I guess they're trying to accommodate everybody, right?
Yeah.
Different brands of figures and where are we going to try to fit it to?
I mean, you could probably put it on the juggernaut head and it'll fit.
Yeah, I'd rather fill the void than having to deal with drilling out the resin.
Yeah.
It's a mess. June bugs.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not real good.
Oh
yeah.
So yeah, it's a 3D printed skull head. So it's a lot of detail in there, but like the hole, man, it's monstrous.
Yeah.
And it's real thin. Like I was showing a light into it the other day, and it's like, especially around here on there, it's just super thin. So I'm gonna have to pack it up really good, make sure I could get it filled up. But yeah, I think this will work out a lot better than the previous head.
What I've done with heads like that before is filled the void. Actually, I got one here. This one. This is an enlarged Marvel Universe A-bomb head.
Yeah.
And where you enlarge it, it was like had that big giant hole in it. And I used, what did I use? I stacked up I used a styrene rod, about the right size I need it, put it in there. Then at the top, I put a few O-rings. I took my A's Fix It, filled in all the void around it.
Oh, okay.
Reinforces it too. Pops on like you should. Which you go. Now I know what to do blues with doing sludge. I need to do this guy. Time I paint him though, that's when they'll announce we're doing a wave of Hulk figures with an A-bomb's gonna be in it.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that thing they're doing, HasLab, where they're 3D printing your head on figures now?
I saw that.
That's a little ridiculous pricing on that, man.
Yep, I don't intend to do that.
So I made my own custom, and it only cost me the cost of milliput and some paint.
Heck, if you want to,
Because I saw that on Viper Island.
if you get a rough enough shape, kind of a more generic shaped head, you can about take water slide decals and chop them up and do your own face that way. Take a picture of yourself.
Exactly.
And probably
I think they're running $65?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, screw that. So you're paying 24, 25 for the figure, and then all that extra added onto the damn just for a custom head sculpt. It's like, nah, I'm good. Somebody's gonna pay it, but it's not gonna be me.
Oh, I'm sure there's people gonna line up. It's not stopping people with price increases. They're still ordering like crazy.
Oh yeah, people are gonna order that.
I think they're doing it they've been doing it for like they're doing it for the Black Series Star Wars and Marvel Legends, and I think the G.I. Joe line as well.
Oh, Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Power Rangers.
Go Power Ranger. I think they even call it Lightning Collection or something other, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool that they're doing the service, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, if they made it like a $5 or $10 increase, it might pique my interest. But man, that pricing is just way over.
You want to talk about way overpriced? My sister and my nephew are visiting today, so just to get out of the house today, we went out to the next town over, and went to the mall, and they still have FYE in there.
Oh wow!
Good day FYE's prices on Marvel Legends and stuff. The 20th anniversary Iron Man I just got and reviewed on the channel.
Yeah.
$50 FYE.
Jeez, those are scalper prices, man.
That's their standard retail price in FYE.
Jeez.
$20 over retail.
Man, I could understand if it was like a hot commodity and they're not producing them anymore and they're not on the shelves and maybe you can mark it up, but man, they're still pretty available.
Yeah, they just start hitting stores. It's like it's nothing. Standard Legends, that's like should be like $22.99. They charge $35 for those. If it's the new $24 figures, they charge $40 for those.
Jesus,
that's crazy.
Like, no, well, thank you. What threw me for a loop, I first found their clearance section, which wasn't that bad. They had like Black Tom for $15. They had Leader for $15, and some others even cheaper. I think it was like the Eternals. Then my nephew's like, "Oh, they got more on the other side." I went over to look. It's like, holy crap! They can keep them too.
That's nuts.
People have to go and order them online right now. They're available, easily available for retail. Are you anybody getting the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends figures?
Which one?
The 20th anniversary, any of them? The 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends figures?
No, I passed.
I don't think I got any on order or nothing.
I got the Iron Man just for the Charles Bronson head.
Yeah, unless it's X-Men related, I ain't touching it. I mean, the only thing I ordered up was the morph.
I haven't ordered him
yet,
which
I ordered them, but I'm not gonna keep that cell shading on them. I'm not a fan of cell shading.
Yeah, I like the new body with the straps actually part of the sculpt.
Yeah, that's an auto edition.
But I'm hoping we get to see some new Cyclops figures and better bodies.
Yeah, I mean, you could always convert it over and just put the head on that body because it pretty much is like the Jim Lee Cyclops.
Yeah, we already got, we got a jacketed body with Cyclops with was it the love triangle fit?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we can
are you ordering Toad?
Yeah, I already got him on order.
Okay, yeah, because that's one of the 20th anniversary figures. So.
Oh yeah, so actually I do. Then I lied.
I don't have them on order yet. I was going to, and I was like, he can't be a high seller. He's such a tiny figure and having to pay $32 for him.
Yeah, he's going to that deluxe figure pricing, but he's not a deluxe fig.
Yeah, and he don't even come with that much. The price increase for those.
I think it's two head sculpts and two frogs or something like that.
Something like that. The price increase for the figures is just, at least for Iron Man, if I didn't want that head sculpt, I would have passed on it easily. But I wanted that Charles Bronson head.
Gonna make a Death Wish figure.
Oh, easy custom. Just I bought an extra hammerhead and just popped that head on that, and it's done.
Yep.
And I gave him a Valaverse, like a 500 Magnum. I know that gun didn't exist when he was around, but it looks good to his hand.
Okay, it can be a 2022 Charles Bronson.
Yeah, if he was in his peak in 2022, he'd have a 500 Magnum.
Oh yeah. It's too bad they never put him and Clint Eastwood together in a Dirty Harry and a Death Wish combo tag team. That would have been a hell of a movie.
Didn't he do the fighting movie east with the orangutan eastbound down.
He might have.
They have Hulk and Iron Man and Cap. The shading and the paint job on the Hulk looks really nice, and I like how they did the scales on the Cap. But I've just never been a fan of the baby blue for Cap. I like the traditional American flag blue, like one that comes on the 80th anniversary.
Yeah.
Cap. So I think I was talking to like Hulk Smash before. It's like where he lives up in Canada. It's like you Guardian from Alpha Flight. You don't want his red and white maple leaf costume to be red and fuchsia or red and pink. You want it to be red and white. You don't want you don't want it to be the wrong color. Which McFarlane needs to do something about his pins. I don't mind pins, but his are huge on both sides.
Yeah.
Are they the same exact size all the way through?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
You got on the arms, same size on both sides. It's like old school Marvel Legends that had the same size on both sides.
Yeah.
10 years ago, Marvel Legends went to smaller inside. I mean, smaller outside, larger inside.
Yeah.
Good and pinless. This has put you in mind of like a DCUC style pins. Where it had those big pins. It's got plenty of ratchets, though. You
Damn. I'm a little tight.
got them legs not sporting weight, but they bend so weird. They look so weird when you articulate McFarlane figures.
And it breaks up the sculpt real bad.
Yeah. It don't have to be that way.
You know what though? What kills me about it is his old figures were pretty much statues because he says he doesn't want to. He wanted them to look aesthetically pleasing rather than breaking up the sculpt with articulation. Now with all the advancements, and he knows people wanted figures that have articulation, he got into it, but he still makes them like I don't know. He doesn't get the concept. Like there are ways to hide. Like when you articulate a figure, there's ways to make it look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, look at the. Well, here's the contrast with the same arm. The Hercules arm versus the McFarlane arm. You got the double joint elbow doesn't cut into the bicep like make it disjointed to be ugly.
Yeah.
Well, same way with like Mattel's. Where are they at? Masterverse figures. That bicep looks stupid.
It's weird shape. That almost looks like the same shape on the bicep that they had on that Nick Fury on the Toy Big Base.
Oh yeah. The what was it called? The the Punisher body they used for a long time.
Yeah, the Punisher body because they had a weird bicep on it too, like that.
It's fine if the arm is flexed up. It looks like the arm is actually flexed.
Yeah.
But once the arm is down relaxed, the bicep is still scrunched up like his arm is up here.
Like he's flexing.
But
permanent flex.
Your elbow down, it don't look like that. It looks like this.
Yeah. You know who's big on that is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, man. He blasts them when they do shit like that.
Yeah.
He cracks me up.
He's always talking about aesthetics, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's big on aesthetics. I mean, he's pretty knowledgeable on sculpting and everything. I mean, have you ever guys watched that video where he sculpted that big ass? I think it was a Kuma out of clay.
No. Can't remember if I watched that one or not.
Yeah,
I watched so much over the years; it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, he made like a big. I don't know. It was like I want to say probably about 1.5 feet tall or whatnot. But he made an Akuma, and he had like. I don't know how many pounds of clay, but like he was sculpting it and everything else, fitted it out, but all the muscles were where they're supposed to be, all the striations and everything.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood and Charles Bronson was in a movie together where the old Western called Duel at the Daybreak.
At the Daybreak. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in an old Western movie, but you don't know that the Dirty Harry and
Yeah.
those two were in a movie together. That would be a cool movie.
Yeah, like a Dirty Harry and Death Wish together. Man, that'd have been amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you make a video of all the tools and paint? Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know where to start for that. That's something I can start doing like on the live streams here. Be good to do. It's like that's kind of what we already do. It's like what paint the tools I'm using currently and paint. I have to think about doing a video. I guess break up a series, paints I use, and type of tools. It's a lot of content.
Which colors did you get for the P3 paints?
I've got the True Gold in my cart. I haven't ordered it yet. I think that's what it was.
I like some of their flesh tones. I like some of theirs that they got on the. Eventually, when I order them, hoping that they work out well.
Oh, Customs Matthew, he was using them on the last stream. The oranges look good. They look like they cover really well too. Like a true orange, like the theme style orange.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've always been interested in the paints. I just never picked any up. But I mean, they are pretty reasonably priced at pretty much everywhere. Usually between $3 to $4, $5 max out.
Solid Gold, what's called.
Solid Gold.
You said that these are mainly for they sell them like at where they have like RC cars and stuff like that.
You can find them at most hobby shops, but it depends. Like I know Citadel usually is at most of the hobby shops around here, so I haven't seen any P3s. But the only reason why I got on the P3 radar was because of Mike De La Paz.
Okay.
But you can get them on Amazon, and then I sent Jared a link to a hobby hobby website, and they had a bunch of them on there for like $3 and some change.
This was a cool color he was using too. He's doing that the animated series Mandarin.
Yeah.
He used the solid gold, and it's all another brand of paint he was using called Turbo Dork.
Oh yeah, Turbo Dork. I was telling you about that. Those are real toxic though. You got to wear a mask when you paint with those airbrush.
Really?
Yeah, because what's his name? Damn, there was a customizer that was Life with Brock.
Oh yeah, Life with Brock.
He was using them, and he didn't wear a mask, and he was using the spray booth, and he said, man, he got sicker than a dog.
I rarely airbrush. It's like most of the time I do paint. I ain't if I just don't like cleaning up my airbrush. If I really got to make myself like I want to airbrush.
Yeah. Yeah, turbo dorks are great for like that fade effect. We can get that color change and everything else, and metallics and stuff. But I hear it's pretty toxic shit.
He was talking. Customs Matthew was talking about how well it covers. It's like, yes, it's part of why it covers really well. It's toxic.
It's probably probably in the same genre as the paint they actually use for figures in the factory paint.
Could be at that. I got to try a few more different sizes with my water slides to get them just right. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that video that Robo did, because I actually looked up some water slides, and they just had some funky ones all over the place. But I actually found some water slides I think that'll be good.
I think I found the exact ones he ordered on eBay.
Let me see. I think I'm pretty sure I had the link still up on one of these darn pages, because I had so many pages up on my search engine. So I'm pretty sure they're around here somewhere.
I don't know how the ladies at work do it. They don't ever close their browsers.
Yeah.
They run Macs and using Chrome, which is not as big of a resource hog as Firefox, but they have like 50 tabs. I was like, how do you keep up with that? I close my browser every time I use it.
Oh, the ones I found on a website called blackforesthobby.com.
Okay.
And they're Archer fine transfers water slides, eyeball for 170 millimeter, 1/12 to 1/8 scale.
It's pretty close to the skin tone on Leia. I got her redoing her face because the Slave Leia figure had horrible face paint. I got commissioned a long time ago when I did commissions, and somebody did it for somebody on the Foosh. I think it was. Yeah. And I redid the eyes and face for his Leia. Never did get around doing mine. I painted my eyes solid white, but because the eyes were so bad, and I got messing around. So I'm just gonna strip it and start over because it looks so bad. It needs to be completely redone.
So I just sent you a couple pics for the water slides that I found on Instagram.
Okay, pull up here in a second.
Yeah, it's from Black Forest Hobby Company.
Keon, his shoulder surgery is hurting on the day, so I told him if he's not, he said he might be on, might not be on. I said, dude, if you're not feeling well, just rest up.
Yeah, you know, if you're not doing well, just better to just rest up and come on the next one.
Yep. When you're recovering, your body needs the rest.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sitting there talking about him. There he is.
Oh, well, never mind.
Hey, was your ears burning? It's like I was sitting there like, what's up? Was talking about Keon might not be on tonight.
I'm going to show off three things, and I'm going to lay my butt back down. I'm tired. My arm is killing me. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, I'm going to show off three things, and I'm done. But I love you guys. So, yeah, my squad.
Oh, we lost Matisse, too.
He done bounced on us.
I guess he probably dropped out.
So how you feel?
Probably dropped.
I feel terrible, honestly.
Yeah.
My arm is killing me. It's not as bad as it was prior to surgery. Well, in some areas, in other areas, it really hurts. They had to remove a lot of scar tissue.
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
Dude, they said it was actually wrapped around my tendons. I've never heard of anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah. But what had happened is when I first had my first surgery, they left me in a sling for how long was it? 5 weeks.
Wow.
With no movement, so nothing but scar tissue developed in my arm.
Of course.
So, but here is one of my customs.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
So, this is with the so this is two of the Shang-Chi bodies. And then the Citizen V wraps.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the Citizen V wraps in the lower arms.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the wraps on the around the waist? Is that from him as well?
Yeah, all this is from Citizen V, man. So, like I said, the upper body is from the classic Shang-Chi. The lower body is from the movie Shang-Chi.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
And then the Citizen V wraps finished it off.
He showed me that earlier in the week. I couldn't place the lower lip. I got the movie Shang-Chi. It just bought it mainly to get the Mr. Hyde.
Yeah. So I mean, this is really easy to make.
That looks turned out nice.
And so what I'm thinking about doing is making a modern version of Quick Kick by painting the bandana white.
That's a perfect body for it. And the head sculpt is damn near almost spot on.
Well, funny thing, man, I've been doing a lot of G.I. Joe research because I've been like just diving in the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Quick Kick was trained by Shang-Chi.
What?
Yes.
Well, yeah, G.I. Joe was part of Marvel
Universe.
Or they're still part of Marvel in the comics.
That's awesome.
Next up, I have a custom I'm in the works of. He's almost done, but I want to make some more Cobra Troopers. And I wanted to add up my own flair to it. So this guy right here.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
I love how that looks.
So this is I had some extra Shang-Chi parts. I gotta get this camera square away. So these arms actually came off another classic Shang-Chi I had. I bought a bunch of them at one point. Yeah. The vest is from a Blade.
Yeah, I was gonna say Blade or Paladin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the head is from the movie Marvel Legends Ghost.
Yeah, I know that one there.
And then the legs are the Mandarin from the Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, okay.
Which I might switch these legs out for some classified legs just because they got more mobility in them.
Yeah.
So let me show you about this mess. So these legs, as you see, the boot pops off. It's got the boot cut, but it's not rounded. It's squared.
Huh.
That's the same thing that they did on the damn Winter Soldier. If you try to remove
Yes.
it in the lower legs, it's square pegged like that.
Why not just put a mushroom in it and make it a swivel?
Make it easier.
And then the last one I've been working on since my arm been down because I ain't been able to do what I really want to do. So I just been painting a lot. Is yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, I like that one right
A
there.
mix of classic and movie MCU style.
Yeah, we went and saw Doctor Strange. So I was like, you know what?
How was it?
Huh?
How was it?
Hope you like Evil Dead.
Oh shit! I'm old school. Anything Evil Dead has worked for me.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie is straight up Evil Dead.
Does he got a boomstick?
No, he ain't got that, but there's some Deadite references and other stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can see. I don't know. Can you see the shading I did?
Oh, on the cheeks, yeah.
So, well, I did it all over the body actually.
Yeah, I can see on
in
the
the torso and
all
the
right.
face and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Now-
well, Anthony's custom says the chesticles.
Yeah. Now what I am gonna go back and do though is where I have everything as far as like on her waist area and her chest area where it's black.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna sculpt that and make it part of the outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's basically kind of what I'm gonna be doing with the new. I'm holding up. I can see it. I got you also look, but the electrocute. Her costume's got that same alignment of the down the center of the chest to the top of her bustier and her chesticles.
Yeah, I had to pick up a couple of enchant. So I got the lower body from the Enchantress because the one in Enchantress is the same body as the Enchantress. She has the high heels on.
Yep.
Yeah.
High heels. She got the darker colors already, so you don't have to worry about the paint road as much.
Yeah, because I want to make a Polaris and give her kind of like the movie vibe as well.
And the shriek legs will fit on the Enchantress body.
Oh, they will.
Yep. Here we go. This is Enchantress. Well, this is Enchantress upper torso, torso, and Siren legs, which are shriek legs.
Good to know. Appreciate the heads up on that one.
Yep.
Man, I will say this much: the toys do not. Some of those toys ain't in that movie, by the way. They straight up pulled a red herring on that. And they swapped out some characters from the trailers.
Damn it.
Oh, they're throwing us.
One of the worst trailers I've ever seen and didn't match up to the movie was the Highlander movie that had Duncan and Connor McLeod.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer that released out was a completely different movie.
Is that Highlander Endgame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that it? In-game?
I think it was Endgame, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was in game.
Well, they had two with two of Duncan. One had Connor in it. I think he killed Connor.
Oh, the second one with Duncan was terrible.
Yeah, awful.
That
Is that
thing
the futuristic one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that semi-super futuristic one?
The Earth
The
was
second Highlander?
Yeah.
We had
Yeah, that one sucked.
apocalyptic Earth.
It was like a bad Blade Runner with swords.
Yeah, it's kind of Highlander 2-ish too.
Yeah.
How many cuts of Highlander 2 are there? Like 3, 4?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Hey, Jared, how many Hulk heads you got down there, man? Good God.
43.
Hey, Dom, ain't you supposed to be Hulk Smash Customs, not this man?
Well, this man's sending them to me.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
17.
Yeah, there's a few of those with my name on it. So
18 or 19. Yeah, I lost count.
Jesus. Are you making resin casts of them?
Some of them.
Hey, wife, can you talk Jared into giving me a couple of Hulk heads?
Well, I would assume one or two of these got your name on it.
Appreciate it. I need one because if I can get one of those heads, I will buy that ugly Rick James Hulk. Oh Lord, my wife just said.
I know when you talk about the
new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that head sculpt.
Dude, I'm telling y'all.
better on this select body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Google, look up Rick James becomes the Hulk. It
I-
was a
I-
Marvel
I-
What If.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's the same face.
Rick James, the Hulk.
I actually had the picture, the artwork of where that head came from, and believe it or not, all Rick James jokes aside, you know what? The artwork, the head is actually true to it. It almost looks like a '70s Hulk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah.
yeah,
What did the Hulk's fist say to the face? Ash.
I'm Green Hulk. Enjoy yourself.
You know that the head that comes on that Superman figure, that goofy looking Superman from Garland, should make a
Yeah.
good Samson head.
It would. No, that's a good head in general. I told you that's a good head sculpt.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Gotta dye the hair up green or paint it
I'm
up.
taking the torso and make some push molds of the Superman ass.
Mhm.
You really got to teach me how to do that, man.
Use some blue stuff and just heat it up and just you can heat and pop this symbol out and takes the blue stuff and just push it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can actually just use Oxy Sculpt and while it's really soft, shove it in there.
Oh, that was what I meant to ask you. How long do you let your epoxy sculpt sit?
Depends on what I'm wanting to do with it.
All right, so if I want to make like wraps or something like that, something cloth like,
About
25 minutes.
25, 30 minutes. You gotta let that stuff sit.
okay, because like I said, I want to sculpt that. I want to sculpt that piece on Wanda.
It's like with push molds, I would just mix it up and start pushing the mold immediately because it's super soft.
Mhm.
You squish it in there. But to work with it, you gotta let it sit for about 25, 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, like I said, I did want to hop on and tell you guys hello, tell y'all I'm alive. My shoulder is killing me though, so I'm gonna chill.
Rest
Y'all know
up, man.
y'all know y'all got my support. I'm here on the sidelines rooting for y'all. I will see y'all on the next Whip It Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Y'all take it easy and have a great night, man.
Yeah.
You have a
All right,
good
you too, man.
Hey, y'all take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's see what we want to paint next. Got these. This is one of the shrunken, like Commander Rogers heads I got from Casting Cave years ago. Never got around to finishing painting it.
Yeah, those things were a little bit too big for a 6-inch.
Yeah, if you were going to put it on like a, well, let's see. A full size one laying over here. On my very first attempt making a hard case years ago, right about when I quit customizing for a while,
Yeah,
I used one and got a ponytail, put it like a, I think it's the Toy Biz Age Apocalypse
Oh, okay.
tail that I cut down, shortened. So that almost fits scale wise with
bigger body.
the bigger body.
Yeah, yeah, that looked like he had the big head syndrome on a regular 6-inch body.
Well, dang, almost the skin tone on that one I made years ago.
It's almost dead on, man. Sheesh.
Yeah,
This might be an alternate head.
there you
And don't even have to paint it.
It's already painted, ready to go. And the ponytail is actually articulated where I did it. Just got to clear out the neck socket to fit that body, and I'll do that now. I'll have 3 alternate heads for this one. I bought that second version 2 Flash Gordon. That's what I was trying to think.
Oh.
And we can see the size difference going here next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
You can't. This one just looks weird. If you put it on that Marvel Now body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot how well the eyes were painted on those heads. This Return to Marvel Legends figures. Those are painted really nice. Heck, that's better than what they do now.
Yeah.
This one, back when I did the hot glue method to get the fit like I was using a DCUC body.
Yeah.
Back when I was making those earlier. Yeah, that looks good on there.
Oh yeah.
I think it needs a little fitting a little more. But damn, I think it looks good.
Yeah, not too much more. It looks like it's sitting on there pretty good.
Yep. Next payout from YouTube, I'm gonna get a Logitech camera for this for streaming here. This little cheap camera just don't focus well.
Right.
YouTube does not pay very often. Not much.
Hey, YouTube, you camera.
Yeah, they need to get me. Come on, YouTube. Pushing more people to the channel so I can pay for a camera. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel.
Oh damn.
Congratulations.
Before the stream tonight, I was 2 subscribers away from 2,000.
Come on. 2 people join.
Maybe we're there now. Let's see. YouTube Studio. 1,998.
Oh, jeez. Come on. Mention your giveaway again. That'll probably urge a few more people.
Once we hit 2,000, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway for one of these really cool KO Juggernauts. That's still sealed in the packaging. That is for the 2,000 subscribers.
Still got one in the bag and one open.
I got 3 open. I got one I used for parts when I did my Smart Hulk before, and I got the boots for the other Smart Hulk I'm doing with Don Sawyer's soft good one. My Mezco style Hulk I'm doing.
Yeah.
I got boots laying here somewhere. I have a chaotic mess and when I work. But yeah, I think this is going to work out great. I don't even have to paint this one.
Yeah. Yeah, the paint's pretty much dead on.
And I painted that for years before this even came out. This body came out. That one, when I paint the rest of the body, I'm probably not going to be able to dye this one because I want to keep the flesh tones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to paint and be careful. I'd love to be able to dye it like for the shoulders and stuff. I can dye these parts probably.
Yeah, the softer parts, you could dye those up easy. It's just
It's harder plastic anyway. It's going to be harder to take dye anyway. That's the only thing I was thinking about, the shoulders.
Yeah.
But I want to keep the chest hair too because hard cases always drawn with that big bushy chest hair.
Yep.
You picked the right base figure. It looks good.
I was going through all the different parts and figures and trying to find out the best combination. I think that's going to be a winner.
Yeah. If on the bigger body, that works well. If you were going to go a smaller body, it'd probably be that new Vulcan body would be your best bet.
Yeah. I was wanting to go with the George Perez style. He always drew hard case big.
Yeah.
Because he was go toe to toe with Prime in the comics.
I think this one will fit in good with your Prime and Sludge Custom. So
yeah. Plus he's going to be bigger than Adam Bob but smaller than the big guys.
So I don't know why I didn't do it before, but when I sent you those screenshots, I was like, I should have just sent them the link. So I sent you the link to that place for the water slides.
Oh yeah, let me pull that up.
It kind of look like the ones Robo had. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
They got multiple sizes, so I think it goes from 1/8 to 1/12 to 1/8, I think.
Yeah. Those look nice. The ones I found. Let's see if we can find them here.
Hey, I sent you that video.
Oh, I forgot I was sharing the screen. Oops. Let's find it first before I share.
Like, a lot of the ones I found were mostly like anime style with like the big googly eyes and stuff. I'm like, eh.
Share screen. I found this guy. These look a lot like the ones Robo was using. It might be the same outfit. Just selling on eBay. 1/12 scale.
Oh yeah, those look good.
And,
There are a lot of different colors on there.
mm-hmm.
Seems like a little bit more. Probably got a lot finer detail on those. Oh yeah, those will probably work out really good.
Okay, stop share. Yeah, I think those look similar to the sheets he was cutting out. So I was just
Yeah.
searching on the everywhere to see if I can find those. Like, those look cool. Then I got thinking, I'm gonna try to make my own. If I can get the scales just right, it's just trial and error. They just got to be teeny tiny for smaller, like this size 1/12 scale.
Yeah. Definitely need them small, especially for the female head sculpts. They're gonna run a little smaller.
Yeah, I was thinking even with the female heads, I can even if I get them the right size, I can do like the full eye on those, like with the eyelashes and eyebrows and everything.
Yep.
Just trim them out separately. And they got the eye makeup and everything. The female eyes are usually painted a little bigger too. So these are pretty close working already for females.
They usually have bigger eyes too, right?
Yep. And
Oof.
there we go. That's a little better. We got a pretty good looking head for hard case.
That would look real good.
See, he was drawn so differently in like between different titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. That's damn close match to the skin tone already.
Yeah. You don't even got to touch that one really.
No, just clean it up a little bit and hit some. It needs to be dulled down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, you got a gloss on it?
It's before I was using the better like sealers and stuff.
Yeah.
This is an older paint job I did. clean up the Dremlin. This one's about ready to go. At the Thunderstrike with the Skull Buster, Skull Cruncher.
Yeah,
Oh.
Skullbuster. Yeah.
Yeah, that head and the Thunderstrike hair, that's George Perez right there. George Perez hard case.
I like that head sculpt. I mean, I've never seen it without the paint until you stripped it down. That's actually pretty cool head sculpt.
It is. It's surprising they haven't used it for anything else. Because they usually reuse a head once or twice, at least on something other.
Yeah.
So you reused the nuke heads on those Hydra soldiers.
Yep. Oh yeah, the Hydra Soldier 2-pack for that whatever the bigger bod.
Yep, we're using the Hyperion body.
Yep. I saw somebody he used the regular Duke Nukem head and stripped it down, painted it silver, painted the hair black after he shaved it down, and made a Colossus head, which is pretty good. I was thinking about doing that myself.
Oh, nice.
But trying to match the paint, that's the whole thing.
You could about take a Hercules and make you a non-powered up. How much height does not Hercules, the Colossus? How much height does Colossus gain when he powers up?
Let me look it up because I think it's because I think it's closer to 7 feet. Let's see.
Is he like 6'5" and then goes up to 7 feet or something like that? Or
His height is 6'7", but let's see. So normal form, he's 250 pounds. Armored, he's 500 pounds. And well, that's not telling me the damn height. I want to see height and power. So let's see. Let's pull up his wiki. So he's normally 6'7", but it's not telling me what his height is when he's. Okay, so official figure states his height is about 7'5" in transformed state versus 6'6" in human form.
So yeah, you take the new Hercules figure and use that as a base for human form, his base form body.
Yep. And he grows down pretty much another whole another foot.
Yeah.
Goes from 6'7" to 7'5".
Knocked off my body in the floor, and I can't find one of the waste pieces.
Just wish it would have had an alternate head sculpt with gnarling his teeth and whatnot, but of course they give us that stoic look. Yeah, if they want to increase the price, just give us a couple extra head sculpts.
Yeah, they definitely, if they're going to bring the prices up, we need some more accessories.
Yeah, it's like head sculpts, additional hands, something.
Yep. That look, the Iron Man figure I reviewed is hell, you don't come with nothing extra than a regular Iron Man figure.
Yeah.
Figure stand and a piece of cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've gotten plenty of Iron Mans with an unmasked Tony Stark head. He gets 2 repulsor blast, 2 fist, unmasked head, figure stand. That's it.
What about that other the future Iron Man? He came with those stands.
Yeah,
you mean the blast effects from his feet?
Yeah, the 2020 came with those, and he was $20 figure.
Yeah, that was Iron Man. What 2020? Yeah. 2020.
Yeah,
I actually like that figure. That was a pretty cool figure.
Yep. The only issue I had with it was the eyes were a little too far apart.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up. My buddy wanted it. He's a big Iron Man guy, so I found it at the Walgreens over here, and I picked it up for him. But the eyes were kind of one was like he was cockeyed.
Yeah, I don't know why they painted like eyeballs inside the slots. So it's kind of made it look a little weird.
Yeah, they could have just left it open, just left it white or whatever, and it would have been fine.
I guess it's probably more accurate to the way that character was in the comics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they drew him like that, right?
Yeah. And he was an evil Iron Man, if I'm not mistaken. I
think you're right. That's not the head. That's the head. Yeah, this head's going to work out great. I hit that with a little bit of dull coat, then a semi-gloss, gloss up the eyes, and it'll look perfect.
Yep.
And now I got to remember how I matched that skin tone. I would assume the way I would do skin tones and still do skin tones for as long as I still got it. I take the tester's skin tone warm, mix it with the skin tone tint base, the light.
Mm-hmm.
Mix those and some yellow, and that would pretty well give you like a natural skin tone. Because this is the warm has got a real. Well, this is it. It's a very pinkish hue.
Yeah.
And you lighten it up with the tint. Then you want a little bit of yellow to bring it more like a natural flesh tone.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how much you want to go, how far you want to go one or the other. Sometimes I'll add a little brown to it too. And a tad bit of rare occasions white. If I need to lighten it up a little more. That works. That works out pretty good. I think my base green is looking really good on those.
Yeah, it is.
Got the Marvel Slick. I'm going to scratch his neck. Just fitting heads. That looks good. Yeah, the base is fine. And once I start adding the highlights and stuff, I think that's going to work out pretty good. Try to find somewhere it's doesn't have any paint, so we can try and match it. Yeah, that's pretty close. I wanted to mix up some highlights. Throw a little bit of a green wash on this, and do some highlights. And that'll be good to go on a lot of these. I think I got enough coats on all these now. Yeah. That is looking good. I'm going to have to do a little more sanding on that one. That's the Enchantress head. I took the hair and headpiece off, so it had like a big recessed area I had to fill up with a sculpt. And,
I had a few of those female house sculpts have a real bad recess.
Yeah. They cut these recessed out to fit the hairs and the hair pieces, and they can design them where they don't have to do that, but they don't design for customizer.
Yeah, they don't really think of us.
That's when everybody was clamoring about like, oh, we can't wait for pinless joints and stuff. It's like, they're like, shit.
Careful what you wish for.
I was like, might be a pain in the ass if I want to customize.
Thank God for eBay and fodder lots.
Yeah. A lot of people will be dumping their older figures that don't have pinless joints on eBay.
Oh yeah, you can get some pretty good deals. Like I picked up one lot, I think it was like 4 years ago. It was like 20 figures, 25 figures, and most of them were pretty much complete. They just want some are missing like a hand, some missing like a head sculpt and whatnot, but pretty much had all the arms, all the legs, and the torsos, and bought them all up for I think it was like 25 figs, something like that, for like $75 or $60, something like that.
I had a good deal a while back too with I ended up getting a lot of bucky cap bodies. I mean, actual bucky caps. I don't know what he did with. He was taking the arms off of them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what he was doing with them. What kind of customs he's making with just bucky arms, but they didn't have heads. They didn't have arms.
Huh.
I had several of those in one lot, and that's when I made that kind of like a crossover, like a what if style bucky cap. If they didn't fake his death, and he just kept on like use part of the Captain America costume when he went back to being a Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It turned out it was a pretty cool custom.
I saw that one. I like that one. That was pretty cool looking.
I like diving in my fodder bin sometimes just to see what I can make out. Like those G.I. Joe figures I made, those female Joes I made that week before last or something.
Yeah.
Still got to figure out the head for this one because it's got the movie Scarlet. For some reason, they made a smaller neck peg. Why would they change? That's what some of the stuff Hasbro does. Just like, why not standardize?
Yeah.
So I need to find a head that'll work out fine for that. And
I found me one of those gung hos at Target the other day for $20. I picked them up.
Oh, nice.
So, because I like that body, but I don't like the vest. So I know Action Force with Valaverse, he's got those new vests coming out for the traditional gung ho vests. So I was gonna, because I remember I saw them a while ago and I had them in my cart, but then I never picked them up and didn't put them on my save list. So they're all sold out on pre-orders, but eventually I have to pick up 3 of those vests and then convert those gung ho bodies into Reaver bodies.
If you get the version 2 of the Valaverse Sergeant Slaughter,
yeah,
it comes with the proper marine cover for gung ho and a vest, so you can do like a Marvel comic style gung ho.
Yeah, I just want to take that vest and make it for like the Reavers from X-Men.
Let's see, I got here.
They're the ones that Valaverse made for Action Force, but they're like powder blue. They're that real bluish color, like from the G.I. Joe cartoon with gung ho. Which I don't want them blue. I want them green, but. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much be a good vest that would work with the Reavers as well.
Yep. That's the vest that comes with the version 2 Slaughter.
Yeah.
And it comes with that marine cover too.
Yeah, because I would have to paint up that vest and the legs. I'd keep the bottom legs and whatnot, but just remove off the chest tattoo, and that'd be the Reavers right there. I just have to repaint the upper torso or crack the torso and put up a different torso for one of the Reavers since he's African American.
Mm-hmm. Or you can actually you can pick up the Roblox pretty cheap, the version 1s.
Yep.
And it's the same torso. Same
I might do that. Because I don't know when they're gonna. I know they're eventually gonna. Because anytime I think about a custom and I start getting ready, putting the piece together, everything else, they always make the freaking figure. It drives me absolutely nuts.
Oh yeah, that happened to me a few times.
So these are all the same bodies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I forgot the roadblock. Yeah.
This has got the tank top. The heavy artillery roadblock was the first one to have the tank top sculpt.
Yeah.
I got an extra one of those when I did the Sarge. I still can't get over how well that 1991 head works on a modern body.
Yeah, it worked out really well. That's really surprising. Especially considering
that. I'll admit I wasn't the first guy to do that, and before I even saw it, someone else do it. Me and Dom talked about that for a while, and I kept staring at that vintage figures. Man, that would be perfect. I just don't know what size it is, so I never had one. I didn't want to buy one and end up not being able to use it. And I seen someone else use it on Mega Slaughter. It's like, yep, I'm ordering it.
And the skin tones match too.
Yeah, it matches the gung ho parts. Yeah, this is before paint. There's no paint. I didn't paint that head except for the glasses and touched up the crest. And I touched up the hair a little bit. But skin tones, I didn't touch it. It matched the no parts perfectly.
You had to drill out the head, though, right?
Yeah, it had a neck on it, so you got to cut it off and drill it out.
Yeah.
Here. Nope, that's not it. Need this button.
There you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
I hollow it out. I cut the neck off and I hollowed it out and drilled in the neck. Where it's softer plastic, didn't have to do the O-ring stuff.
Yeah. That's worked out really well.
Yeah. Super surprising how well that matched up. That's the Vallejo flesh tone kits I use to match up the skin tones.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know which colors I used. Somebody asked me what colors I use. It's a custom mix. I had to trial and error to get it. It's like, I don't know. I can tell you what ratio it is. I do it by eye. I was like, paint it on a piece of paper, like a scrap piece of plastic or something other. It's like, that looks close. And I start painting it on there and let it dry. It's like, okay, I remember what I did there at the time, but it's been January when I made that, so I can't remember what I did now. I appreciate people. People were like saying, "Oh, Hasbro copied your custom." It's like Hasbro didn't copy my custom. I use Hasbro parts. I'm not that arrogant. I'm not arrogant enough to think Hasbro's stealing my customs. It's and not to mention, when I made that, and when they made Heavy Artillery, I said, I think I mentioned the Hulk Smash.
Yep.
You know they're going to be doing a Sergeant Slaughter. They made this torso.
Yeah, but you know what?
They would be stupid not to.
I've heard that they do go on custom websites, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
You know, like their teams, I guess they go check out the custom websites, like the big ones, and they could get ideas from there, right?
Oh yeah. Because like a lot of those customs that Mike De La Paz does, a lot of the stuff he did, all of a sudden, like with the White Storm and the Black Suit Storm, he had done those a while ago, and all of a sudden they're doing them for the Marvel Legends line. So I'm pretty sure they are like peeking in on a lot of the top end customizers and seeing what they're producing.
I do too. I use the Hasbro Toy Pick. They want you so they can look at stuff.
Yeah.
I do those hashtags on my stuff. It's like, Hasbro, if you're looking at custom stuff, we want Ultraverse.
Oh yeah.
No, I want some Ultraverse stuff.
Guess what? The majority of the parts are theirs anyways. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They own all the molds.
They own all the molds and stuff. Like, well, heck, even the head I use for that Slaughter, it's a 1991 Hasbro figure.
Uh-huh. I think they even own the Toy Biz molds, don't they?
I guess they do. No, they bought Toy Biz.
Yeah. So they should have the Toy Biz mold lines as well.
actually, no, they're saying that a lot of the older molds got destroyed.
Really?
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Okay, so they're boat anchors. I was watching a program one time when they talk about those molds when they get used. They end up being fishermen's boat anchors. Like they're in China.
Yeah.
They end up getting used for boat anchors. So just think about like G1 Grimlock and those like old Transformer molds. It's like, why don't they reissue those? Because they're probably on the bottom of the river. They don't want to spend the money to engineer new molds.
And after a while, those molds start wearing down anyway. That was one of the big problems with the Bucky Cap mold.
Yeah. He's getting loosey-goosey.
Oh, yeah. And get that gap in the torso right there at the ab crunch.
Yeah.
You can shift it back and forth and got a nice big gap you can see daylight through.
Even on the female molds, like and The Enchantress one's not one of them. Like with some of the skinny leg ones.
Yeah.
Or the ball joint barbell peg, double ball peg
Yeah.
through the lower torso.
Yeah.
It's wobbly on a lot of those figures. It rocks.
Yeah.
You can shake it and the legs are wobbly.
It's that generational degrade on the molds.
This is a songbird. She's got that mold, but she don't have the wobble.
Yeah.
She's an older generation, so she don't have the hip wobble.
Right.
But some of the newer ones that use this mold, they're nice and tight, and they would just shift like a quarter inch, just rocking back and forth, not lock in. I end up having to when I use those torsos just for custom stuff, I'd glue this in and take a couple drops of glue around the edges, make sure they don't move. So it makes the figure unstable.
Got to figure out what to do. My buddy gave me a box set, that Defenders box set. I just don't know what to do with it. I don't want it.
Oh, which one with the
With the
Netflix
5.
one? Or,
The one with the 5 figs.
with Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and what's her name? Jessica Jones.
Yeah, or not Jessica. Oh yeah, that's when she was Jewel. Let me see. I got it up here. Hold on. Where is?
Is it a 4-pack or a 5-pack?
Let me see. Oh, 4-pack. Never mind. Yeah, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and what's his name? So, yeah.
I ended up customizing that Luke Cage. I got rid of he's got boot feet, so they don't articulate well.
Right.
I ended up doing a leg swap and putting so we have black legs and making it look more like the SDC one. That's basically what I did.
Yeah, he just gave it to me. I think it was a couple months back, and I forgot about it until I was walking past it just now, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with that thing? I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll customize it. Maybe I'll take it to one of these little local shops and trade it in for something else.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably want that.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't have. I don't think you'd have trouble unloading that one.
Yeah, because I looked it up a couple of weeks ago, and I think they're still running like $70-80 online. But I mean, I have no interest in the box set. And he was like, "Well, you can have it." And I was like, "What are you giving it to me?" He was like, "I was like, you're a big Daredevil, big Luke Cage fan, and everything else." And he's like, "It was an impulse buy." I'm like, "All right." It's like, I'll figure out something to do with it.
One thing that's cool to do, you can do a solid red, have one uniform color Daredevil.
Yeah.
They always do either light boots or a dark costume, or dark costume, light boots.
Yeah.
You can mix and match.
Wasn't that one of the better Daredevil molds?
It's the Bucky cap.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, no.
Yeah, and that one, I don't know what happened because he hadn't opened it. I decided to open it just because I always like to inspect my figs. And the Daredevil has a crack in his joint at the elbow joint. There's like a huge crack in it. I was like, all right, so maybe I can go through my photo box and find something that got a red elbow I can put in there, but we'll see.
One thing I did, I didn't have any use for the black and red Daredevil, not the really cool armored one, but the standard suit that used some of the Citizen V parts.
Yeah.
The wraps. I took those boots and stuff and put on a regular Daredevil, took the regular shins off and put the wrap boot, like the laced up boots.
Yeah.
There's not enough figures with those boots, for on the Bucky cap. It's like they always want to paint the details on. Just give us the boots.
Yeah.
I was hoping Hasbro steps up their game, especially since, like, when you're looking at the price point for the figures and what we're getting, and then you look at the G.I. Joe line, it's a far superior line already.
Oh, absolutely. I have really. You get so many accessories at the Joes too. It's like,
yeah,
$25 for the Joes, but you get a ton of guns. The only thing the Joes are lacking on are extra hands.
Yeah.
And if they start giving the Joes extra hands, they'll be absolutely kicking Marvel Legends butt. They already kick them butt on sculpt wise.
Sculpt is killing Marvel Legends line. Their Marvel Legends doesn't even come close to their sculpt line.
Yeah. You got textured suits and like in details and armor overlays, everything. It's just so much better all around.
And you think they would take a little bit more consideration into the Marvel Legends line because, I mean, they revamped that fucking line.
Yeah.
And Joes are even cheaper in price point, too.
Yep.
You know, we're paying $5 more for Marvel.
I don't see other than like gouging people for nostalgia, the Toy Biz line is just overpriced. That Toy Biz retro line is just overpriced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, considering it's like I can go with $25 on a Joe figure over $25 on a Legends figure.
And it was the 20 anniversary Legends. They're $32.
Yeah, they're up there.
And
That Toad ran me 30.
He was more expensive than the other ones.
Yeah, 34, and I mean, he's just a base figure. He's nothing special.
And they're reusing like some Pizza Spidey parts.
Yeah.
With some new parts mixed in, but they didn't give everything. They gave them penis legs, but they got this Pizza Spidey arms, so it looks weird. Mix and match styles. If you're charging a premium for him already, give us a full sculpt.
Exactly.
You know, I guess I'm probably in the minority here when I say I would have preferred. I know they're trying to go classic with this 20th anniversary, but I would have preferred a more modern type of Toad film.
I kind of like the retro look, only just for the nostalgia purposes. But if they went with a more modern Toad, I wouldn't have cared. I would probably actually gone on that one as well. But it'll fit in better with like my more classic looking Magneto and classic Scarlet Witch.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what they want to do. Like if they're going to give you a Toad, like this is the Hasbro's first and the second Toad figure. Well, we're talking comic based, right? Like,
yeah.
I knew they were going to give us the classic look rather than the more modern, but yeah, I guess I kind of like a lot of the modern.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nostalgic when it comes to like the classic stuff. Just like with the movies, it drives me nuts when they don't have the figures at least in something close to what the comic base is like.
Yeah,
like with the X-Men. I mean, all those all black leather outfits, that was terrible.
Yeah, most people are gonna agree with you. They you know, they're gonna look at me and say, no, we want the classic. Yeah, I get it. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like me personally.
You could still go with the classic look, but modernize it that way. Like with Cap's suit, you know, when they first brought out the Captain America movie, I was like, you know, that's pretty close. You know, there's a lot of differences, but I can forego it because at least, you know, it's still got the same color scheme. The patterns are similar. It's just a little bit more modern take on it, and I can go with that.
I love that first costume.
Yeah,
it worked.
It did. And
Hasbro, if you're going to redo figures from the MCU, give us a new version of that figure.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to seem arrogant. I'm actually talking to Hasbro, but hint, if you are listening, I want an updated to First Avenger Cap figure. That figure sucks.
You know what? I passed on that one, and I passed on the re-release because I don't know. I just, first of all, it looked too small. Like if you're gonna,
well, they didn't even do anything with the re-release. It's just the same figure.
Yeah, that's nothing. I passed on both of them because it was the same figure, and the figure was garbage, right? So
yeah,
they got to give us like
the arms got the A stance. They can't go against the body. They're sticking out like that all the time. And
yeah, no, I want that figure though.
Yeah, I just hate when they just do a repaint. Some things I can take a repaint, but in other instances, it's like, man, I need some retooling and something else on there because it's just not fitting the bill.
The Winter Soldier redo is basically just a new head and paint job.
Yeah,
it worked.
Yep.
Because it was already pretty good sculpt already because it was later on in Marvel Legends.
Yeah,
that was pre-Marvel Legends. That one on the Walmart exclusive figure.
Was that the 2-pack?
The first Avengers one, it was a single release They were not even called Marvel Legends back then. That's when the Marvel Universe was still big.
Yeah, I still got a whole box of those I got to unload too. I got like probably 40 figs from Marvel Universe line.
Yeah, they're harder to move now because everybody wants the 6-inch stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, well, maybe just keep them just for nostalgia purposes. Because for a while there, I mean, because I don't know, when they first started that Universe line, they were great figures, but then as they started progressing, it started getting kind of, they weren't as good as they were, and then all of a sudden the 6-inch line, I was like, man, I don't want to have to switch over to a 6-inch line, and then I was like, but the sculpts are getting really good in these 6-inch lines, and so I converted over to a 6-inch line.
Yeah, they started dropping all their articulation too on the 3 3/3 inch or 4-inch line, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
When they start dropping articulation, it's like that was the death sign for that brand.
Because I mean, the sculpts were great on those things.
Oh, David Bonner used to be in charge of that, or at least work for the team.
Yep.
Toy Biz, one of the original team of Toy Biz Legends.
Yep. Because the paint was on point, the sculpts were on point, the articulation was great. I mean, you had multiple points of articulation in the hands, the elbows. It wasn't like your Star Wars figures where you had 5 points.
The only thing that I got pissed about is the first Marvel Universe Hulk. That was garbage.
I'm trying to think. I think I had that one.
Yeah, I do. I have that and the Red Hulk. But
yeah. They didn't even have like wrist articulation. It was just like the fully sculpted forearm.
Yeah, I hated that. Then the later Hulks were great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They do that a lot with certain figures. Like when they brought out that X-Men box set, the new X-Men release box set with the classic outfits, and then the Beast, he just had those static arms where you can't move the wrists or anything.
Yeah.
That was terrible. And he's supposed to be a really agile character, and you can't really pose him as not like with anything.
Exactly.
If they re-released that with better articulation, it'd be good. And that Iceman was garbage.
Yeah. The Iceman was bad, and the wings on that angel were terrible too. They were just like a statue.
Yeah, mine are super loose on that one because I got the box set, and I got it when they first went up for pre-order on Toys R Us, and I got it, and I was happy I got it, and then it came in the mail, and I opened it up, and I'm like, man, this is garbage. And the paint apps were a lot of bleed through on the paint.
I opened it. I don't know how many times I walked through Toys R Us, and that stuff was sitting on the shelf. Nobody was buying it.
Yep.
And I was like, I opened it up. I was like, nah, I don't want that.
The Jean Grey head sculpt was terrible.
Yeah.
You know what though? Everybody was saying though, like everybody was complaining about the paints and the quality of the. They were just saying that everybody like they're awful. And I did the same thing. I went to Toys R Us and there were stacks of them there, right? And I was like, yeah, no way. You open it up and you look at it. They're just the paint was so sloppy on all of those. It's like they just rushed these ones out of the warehouse,
And I never saw them on shelves here at Toys R Us, so that's why I was like, well, shit. So I just ordered it online, and when I got it, I was like, God, I wish I would have seen one in, so I could have actually checked the paint apps. I was like, this stuff is terrible.
You wouldn't have found a good one.
I was like, man, this is just terrible. So I want them to, since they did the X Factor Cyclops, I'd like them to complete the whole team, but they never did.
Yeah, of course not.
We're still waiting on finishing out Squadron Supreme.
Yeah.
I was like, Hasbro, come on, finish one team.
And thanks to you, I went to go look up Honey Badger and decided to read up on her. And
but she's Scout now.
Okay.
Yeah, they changed her name now. She's Scout.
Yeah, no, but I just looked up Honey Badger and I was looking at the old artwork and stuff. I was like, oh man, now I want a figure of her.
Yeah, I mean she's pretty badass. I mean she's got that one little claw popping out of each hand, and then you got Laura who's got 2, and you got Dakin who's got 3. So it's just weird how they did that. Well, actually, Laura has 3 because she's got 1 in each foot.
Yeah, and then I read up that there's a lot more clones of Laura.
Yeah, and she's one of them. And then there was 2 other sisters, but they both got killed. And then there was something to do with Honey Badger eventually kills Laura and becomes like a villain in the future. But then I guess that kind of got up to something different, and eventually she becomes like a hero where she's got like armor on and everything else, like a armored Wolverine helmet, and she's got like laser claws, that one laser claw in each hand.
Yeah, no, I'll stick with the original.
Yeah, I like that Honey Badger, just that teenage body. That's why I wanted that smaller. So I did pull up that Princess Leia body. It looks like it'll work out really good because it is pretty tiny.
Oh, you know, another thing I was mentioning her at the beginning of the stream, Jyn Erso is even smaller than Leia.
Oh, Jane Erso is?
Yeah, she's tiny.
And you can get her cheap.
Yeah, because that Leia is like only like 12. I found her on Amazon for like $14 or $18. So maybe I'd get the Jane Erso if she's smaller than the Leia.
Oh, she's really small, man. Like the smallest Leia right now is the slave Leia, and Jyn Erso's smaller than that.
Oh wow, yeah, that might work out because she has to be a little bit smaller than Laura on the teenage buck, and so that's the problem I had because I was like, I don't want to start cutting into the thigh cut area and cutting it down too far, and then I gotta do the lower leg and everything else.
Oh, this figure, if you're gonna match the Jyn Erso figure with a teenage Marvel Legend, she doesn't come close to the size.
Sweet, yeah, that'll work then. Because that Sprite body I wanted to, but that's a lot of sanding down the whole body to get it smooth, and I'll probably end up getting carpal tunnel or something before I get the whole body done.
Well, you seen the Jyn Erso figure?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm gonna have to pull it back up again, so because I saw a review on it. I can't remember who reviewed it, but somebody reviewed it. But I never looked at the sizing on it.
Yeah, the thing is, she's wearing a jacket. I know there's a few pictures of Honey Badger wearing a jacket too.
Yeah, she'll wear like a jacket, and some she's got like a hoodie, and where she has a hood up and everything else. So I was like, yeah, I can probably kit batch a couple things on there. Maybe even since she's technically a small child still in the comics, so she's not developed. So even I was thinking maybe using the that Peter Parker body where he's got the hood and everything, because that's a really smaller torso too. So I could just probably use the upper torso for like the hood area and whatnot.
Yeah.
I need the hood off that.
Yeah.
The homecoming body, like the homemade suit, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the homemade suit one. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have one. I sold it because I had no use for it.
Yeah.
Then I start making my Ultraverse customs again. It's like, man, that hoodie been perfect for solitaire.
Yeah. I gotta make me a run down to Kokomo Toys in Indiana. It's about a 4-hour ride, but man, they got a huge selection of everything, and they got loose figs, they got mint on card, they got everything there. It's just a huge toy store in Indiana.
I don't have anything like that around here.
That place is huge. I mean, they actually relocated to another facility site, and it's a pretty big store. And a lot of the guys, when they were coming up to New York Comic Con, when they were driving up from Florida and everything, they all stopped in there when they were making their vids on, toy hunts and whatnot. And they stopped in Kokomo Toys, and one guy managed to get his hands on that Giant Man Bath Build-A-Figure for like $150. And they had a lot of the old Toy Biz Build-A-Figures. Like they had Sentinels, they had everything. They got all kinds of stuff there, and they buy toys, they sell toys, everything. They got the 3 3/4 original G.I. Joes mint on card there, as well as loose. They got the Star Wars figs from the original series. All of them. They got literally everything. Funko Pops. They got one whole aisle full of Funko Pops.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you ever go to Indiana, just hit up Kokomo Toys.
You mentioned you're getting rid of your Marvel 3 3/4 inch figures.
Eventually, when I figure out either that or maybe because like a lot of times my daughter's cousins come over, and one of them's a boy, and my daughter, of course, being a girl, she has Marvel Legends of her own, but he spots my figs, and I was like, don't you dare touch my stuff. And so I may just be like, here, just tear these up and leave my shit alone. Because every time I turn around, because like I'm running out of room, I got so many boxes of Legends. Because eventually we're moving to Wisconsin, and then to purchase a home up there, and I'm gonna have just my own Marvel Legends man cave. One room is just gonna be dedicated to nothing but my figs and me customizing and whatnot. But until I get there, everything is still all boxed up, and so like I'm running out of room here. And she's like, "Oh, we can rent the storage." It's like, no. I got about $2,000 worth of figs. I'm like, they're not going anywhere.
No, I wouldn't put those in storage.
It's like, I don't care if it's climate controlled or whatnot. I was like, I don't want to take a chance. And I was like, I'll figure it out. As that means if I gotta, get rid of things, which I've been doing. I've been purging a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff that you don't ever use. And so I've been doing that in the course of the last 2-3 years. Like, I just made about 4 feet of space. So that's where more Marvel Legends will go.
I've heard a lot of horror stories too. People like getting their collection stuff stolen out of storage units.
Oh yeah, and I'm not trying to do that. I mean, it's all insured and whatnot, but for me to have to go back in and buy it all back up, because I mean, I got my Marvel Legends just for under collectibles under my insurance for my renter's insurance, so I've got it covered up to $25,000.
Nice.
But
I need to do that insurance.
Yeah, I mentioned the 3 3/4 inch because I was wondering how easy it would be to find a Juggernaut.
A Juggernaut?
Yeah, I haven't really looked on eBay.
The 3 3/4. I mean, if you go on eBay, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I might do that. Just for a custom.
Yeah, because I went on eBay not too long ago, and like a lot of times you'll find the 3 3/4 inch Juggernaut as well as the Colossus Juggernaut 3 3/4 inch as well.
Yeah.
I redid my head socket on the casting for the logo head too. I had this where there's such long ball joints. Well, I did it before. It's just too much peg and it's like too much slop. It wasn't grabbing good. So I drilled out the head a little bit more. I got to get this painted eventually.
Yeah, I hate the way he designed the necks. The peg goes all the way up and then you can move it.
Yeah, your head's almost hollow. The ball joint sits top of the skull.
I know.
Yeah, why? Well, the Superman same way.
Yeah, you got no problem finding Juggernauts on eBay. I'm on eBay right now, and but the prices that they're asking for them are pretty ridiculous. Like mint on card, they want 45. This one guy wants 45.
I just need a loose one.
Yeah, loose ones, $30, $29.
Yeah,
that's a little expensive for
that's going to be
a
a lot worse for
3 3/4.
me. For me up here, it's going to be a lot worse. I'll just ask around locally. There's a lot of people in the Facebook groups and stuff. I have one, but I don't know if I want to use mine. But if I have to, I will.
There we go. I'm going to start on tearing this apart this week and working on the paint on this one.
Those things come apart easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm waiting for.
I don't get the way he did his arms because you just pull them out.
Isn't it got that weird little cup that goes in there?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fake butterfly.
It's like a fake swivel joint.
It's just a floating joint that moves around, and it basically just covers up the long ball peg.
Yeah.
You don't even have to heat these up to pop the arms off.
Oh wow!
It's just a plastic clip inside it holds the ball joint.
Just not a fan of how deep the recess is on the articulation disc.
You can mix and match parts easily, though.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like it's just recessed pretty far in that disc at the shoulder joint.
Yep.
I know I meant on the actual where the pin goes in right there. The disc for it seems like it's pretty recessed.
Oh yeah.
And it's a long, skinny peg, so.
Yeah, and then you can see that cut right there in the articulation joint, which is pretty deep too.
Yeah, the biceps to cut. It's just the double jointed elbow.
Yeah.
You don't need to make those that big. I don't know why he does that. It's like breaks the sculpt terribly, like on the bicep.
Yeah, it does.
The hinge is halfway up the damn arm.
Yeah, it's breaking up the sculpt real bad.
It's got great range, but it's ugly as all get out when you use it.
Yeah. It's McFarland for you. At least he's doing the weapons packs.
Yeah, I need to order one of those.
I think that's his way of getting around the whole, we're not putting guns in the toys deal.
Yeah, but it's
Released
not
under
like he's
the
giving them away.
McFarland brand too. So
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's again, it's not like he's giving them away. So
exactly.
he's just making more money off of them.
Exactly. That was a smart move on his part.
yeah,
Sure it was.
You can bypass that whole DC thing. And Warner Brothers, actually.
yeah, Warner Brothers stupidity. They're even where they own Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat people can't come with guns either.
Oh wow! Jeez.
Yeah, because they own them, right?
Yeah. Somebody was, I think it was Robo. Robo was looking at the Commando Mortal Kombat Spawn figure.
Yeah.
No guns. And then it dawned on him, was like, oh, Warner Brothers owns Mortal Kombat.
Jeez.
So
that's okay. We can put daggers and swords.
Even though it's a Spawn character, it's the Mortal Kombat version of Spawn.
Yeah.
So no gun. As long as it's branded with the Mortal Kombat brand, he can't put the guns with it.
And we can put swords and knives, but we can't put guns.
Yeah. Like, make the figure look bloody, cut up, and
exactly.
You can't give them guns.
They can give them crowbars and sledgehammers and mallets and all kinds of shit, and just can't give them a gun.
I think even someone with severed heads or something like that too.
Yeah.
But you can't have a gun.
Yeah, bludgeoning and battering and beating people with blunt, instruments is okay, but you can't shoot holes in people.
Yeah.
And with all these shootings going on recently in the news, I think Warner Bros. Is just going to stick to it.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't.
Sure, yeah.
Of course, like the media is not going to mention the one that happened in Charleston over the weekend.
Yeah, they didn't mention what happened over here either, because I had a shooting over at my site last Friday.
Well, the one in Charleston in West Virginia.
Yeah.
A guy showed up with an AR, and a lady at the party had her own handgun, pulled out and shot him.
Yeah, one of my cops, because we hire off duties on the weekends, and one guy refused to actually go to the checkpoint. He wanted to bypass it. Turns out he had a knife taped behind him, like a hunting knife, on his back, and he had a gun in his backpack. So when they wouldn't let him in, he pulled a piece out, opened fire at my off-duty cops. They returned fire, caught him twice in the ass, and then he took off and made it to my property. And this guy, there wasn't enough evidence on him, but he killed his dad in December.
Well, what's he doing out?
Yeah, they said he didn't have enough evidence, but yet they found his dad, brutally murdered in the house and covered in garlic, so to cover up the smell. But they said, oh, he didn't have enough evidence to charge him. But then he comes over here in a facility that has children and family members all running around, and then now he gets shot, and I know he's going to try to sue. If he gets one of those weirdo lawyers over here in Chicago, I'm pretty sure that he'll make some money off the city.
Yeah.
But he's still locked up. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. He doesn't need to go. But I mean, yeah, he had a hunting knife, like literally duct taped to his back, as well as a piece in his with extra magazines in his backpack. But he threw the gun in the river on my property, and then they used this giant magnet and they got the gun. So he's got those charges coming up. So I hope they reinvestigate him for the death of his dad, because I don't think that person needs to be out and about in society at all.
No. On a different matter. That was a loud echo. What happened there? On a different matter, but you talk about the magnet. Have you ever watched those magnet fishing guys?
Huh?
Have you ever watched those videos like people magnet fishing in rivers and streams?
Oh yeah, the stuff that they pull up.
Yeah,
I've never seen them do it, but I actually watched them when they were, because I thought they were going to drag the river, and instead they brought out this gigantic magnet, and they were out there for about 3 or 4 hours, but they found it, pulled it right up. They pulled it all kinds of shit.
And actually like magnet fish and like find stuff in streams, like pulling stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
You see them find guns quite often and call the cops and report, give it to them.
Yep. That's a good thing to do, especially with the bottom of these rivers with all that muck and stuff. You need a magnet, because dragging it ain't gonna do nothing.
If you find a gun in a stream, more than likely it's been used for something bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who knows how many guns they'll find here in the Chicago River? Probably find some of Al Capone's old guns that he, his throwaways in the river.
Yeah.
But at least Marvel's still giving us guns.
For now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Fox Kids back in the 90s, you remember they had like a ban on guns.
Yeah.
That's why when Beast Wars went from Beast Wars to Beast Machines, all the characters lost their guns.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want them. Fox Kids didn't want them having guns.
There's no way around it. I mean, all they got to do is go play a video game. You got guns. Can't. It's one of those things. Unless you completely remove them all, it's not going to happen. So it's just like
they were so bad with Fox Kids. They even when they edited Beast Wars, they took out punching scenes.
Oh man.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
That's why I miss the 80s and the 90s and 70s cartoons.
Yeah. Well, they gave us cartoons based on RoboCop, R-rated movies, and
yeah. Different time. Miss it.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind the RoboCop live action series back in the 90s.
It wasn't too bad.
Only had one. I like where they gave him more gadgets.
Yeah.
And what made sense too is like when they gave him like he had like a grappling gun, but he also would have like bolts that would shoot out his feet and lock him to the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you can be a super strong robot, but you try to stop a truck without securing yourself to the ground, the truck's still going to drag you down the street.
Yeah, I always liked that big lumber and soup. But kind of dug that tactical when they came out with the newer movie where he's a little bit more agile and everything. It was pretty cool. All black tactical look.
Yeah, the silver suit was still one. The silver suit looked pretty good too, though, with that movie.
Yeah, it did. But I don't know. I like black. That tactical look. It's always been a good look, especially for something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? It was a little bit more of a sleek design. I liked it.
Yeah, it was.
The problem was you can't. If you're going to do a big budget RoboCop movie, make it radar.
Yeah.
They wanted to PG-13.
For something like that, we can't go PG-13. You gotta give it a little bit of oomph.
They want to turn everything into kids' movies anymore.
Compared to what we watched when we were kids, Jesus.
Yeah. RoboCop was a kids' movie back then when we were kids, and
exactly. But it's part of the culture, shoot 'em up, bang bangs, man.
Yeah.
Good old days watching Death Wish as a kid, Dirty Harry as a kid,
You shoot the bad guy. That's how we grew up. The bad guy, you shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? I mean, everything is so sheltered now. It's like, come on, man, give me a break. You know what? You should, if you're brought up, halfway decent, you shouldn't have to be told that you're not supposed to do that in real life. And you know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Yeah. Well, I always say home training, man.
They want to make every villain sympathetic. You give them a reason why they're bad guys.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Some people are bad. That's all you need.
Yeah, hell, look at society. I mean, there's good and bad in society. In real life, it's a reality. So, I mean, it shouldn't be. It should be reflected in the movies and everything else. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. It is what it is.
Well, they were trying to make the terrorist from Falcon and the Winter Soldier sympathetic. It's like,
yeah,
they killed innocent people because they didn't want to give up the free stuff.
Yep. It's like being sympathetic with, the Third Reich and Hitler. It's like we can't be sympathetic to that. It's a reality.
Yeah. That girl was kind of a Hitler, like a terrorist in that show. So the whole premise of them becoming terrorists was because when half the population on Earth died, they got to take their stuff, and they were mad because they had to give it back when they came back.
Yep. What was it, the Red Hand or something like that? Or
yeah,
I can't remember. I know it was something. The Red something.
And they tried to make her be a better character.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they made people want to like her. I don't understand that.
But nobody did.
I'm pretty sure there were
And he
some people.
carried her dead body, and he flew down carrying her dead body like she was just a lost soul. And it's like, how this is terrible. We had to get a die. It's like, well, she murdered countless people. Yeah, she's a bad person. I don't care. Like they were trying to make out like the U.S. agent got killed, that one terrorist killer, after they killed his partner. They try to make out him being a bad guy. It's like for killing a terrorist. And basically self-defense, him killing other bad guys.
They got to look at it too. It's like, especially like when it comes to like military, law enforcement, stuff like that. If you kill somebody's partner, man, it's going to be a vendetta right there. There's no way around it.
It was like his longest, oldest friend just got murdered in front of him.
He's going to lose his shit.
They try to make it out like, oh, it was horrible what he did to that terrorist. Like,
yeah, and you see what these terrorists do to people. Yeah, it's like, but you see what these terrorists do to people. They do things 10 times worse, in regards to torture, and extending. It's not like killing them off in a matter of minutes like he did. They're going to sit you in that room and torture you for months on end until you die.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're trying to make you make the bad guys reasonable. Like they're trying to. There's reason behind why they're doing what they're doing. No, they're bad. They're bad.
Yeah.
I didn't like their magical super soldier serum either. Too, the previous super soldier serums, when you took it, you got jacked.
Yeah,
you looked like you were physically strong. When you take a magical formula now, like Winter Soldier, none of those people were like super ripped. They were just normal people, especially like the girl.
Yeah, their bodies never morphed into anything else. It just stayed the same. If you were 120 pounds soaking wet, now you're 120 pounds soaking wet, but yet you're about as strong as 10 guys.
Yeah, unlike Captain America himself, who went from that little scrawny thing into what he was, right? So that's pathetic.
That was the whole thing. The whole premise behind it is, taking someone and making them better.
So John Walker,
and not only physically, but also, their abilities and everything else.
When John Walker went through the power broker process in the comics, he was huge.
Yeah. Even D-Man, when he got his thing, he got huge too.
Mm-hmm.
When he went through his process, because he was big, but he wasn't that big. But then once he started like taking that serum, he was getting jacked.
But now we can just cast anybody and say they got super soldier serum.
Yep.
That's one thing I didn't like about the Jessica Jones series. She's a fine actress, but I just could not believe she's super strong with how petite that little girl is. That woman, I'm sorry. How petite that woman is.
She's, she's lanky, but she's
not muscular.
No, not at all. But I mean, like, she's got a little bit of height to her. She's not like a tiny thing, but it just wasn't believable. She was way too thin.
Yeah.
I'm
fine with like when they have superhuman strength and stuff like that, but at least have heroic. Get somebody like at least work out a little bit to have heroic proportions.
Yeah, like what they did with Gal Gadot, right?
Yeah, she worked out like crazy.
Well, see, that's what I'm just saying. People were freaking out when they cast her as Wonder Woman, and they're like, "Oh my God, have you seen the movie Fast 5 when she's in the bikini and she's like way too skinny?" I'm like, guys, people's bodies can change if they work out, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look at all these other actors who you see them in a movie just like
she was more fit too in the second one, because on the first one too, she could only work out so much. Didn't she get pregnant during the first one or something like that?
I think so. But yeah, she she thickened up because she went through like a different diet and a different.
She's got into mentally can do the workout. She's Israeli military.
Yeah.
That's like you have to serve. I think in the Israeli army.
Yeah, everyone has to serve. Because I dated an Israeli girl and she was in the army, so everyone has to serve over in Israel. It's not optional. Which I don't think is a bad idea, you know.
Yeah, especially like where they're at.
Yeah, I mean, hell, they should do that here. It might get some of these kids because these kids these days are just terrible. They have like no work ethic whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you can't get the electronics out of their hands.
Exactly.
Well, they're paying like minimum. Like they're not even minimum wage jobs anymore. People are like offered to pay like $13, $15 an hour just to flip burgers,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't get nobody to work. I stopped at McDonald's the other day. I would say a majority of the people there were undocumented,
Mm-hmm.
working in the back kitchen
Oh yeah.
because they can't get Americans to work fast food.
It's just a generational thing. I mean, I've been working since I was 15 and a half. I didn't have to work. My dad was a Secret Service agent. My mom was a business executive. So, I had a pretty well off, childhood. But as soon as I turned 15 and a half, I got a job. I didn't have to, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
But that was just the fact that, my parents instilled a work ethic in me. And kids these days, they just have zero work ethic. You get them in a job for 2 days and they're ready to quit.
Well, you can't get them. Hardly won't get a driver's license.
Oh yeah. It's like shit. When I was my first job, I was a warehouse worker for a furniture company, schlepping big ass boxes of furniture all over around, loading up trucks. And then my second job, I became an apprentice, tile and carpenter. And I mean, I was lugging, sometimes we go to these job sites and we had, 150, 200 boxes of tile and the elevator would be broken. We'd have to go huff it up on our shoulders, 15 flights of stairs. And I'm 16, 17 years old, huffing up, hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of boxes on my own because I was a laborer, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tell these kids they'll carry one box of 50-pound box of tile on one shoulder up one flight of stairs and they're ready to quit. Me, I was hauling, two on each shoulder and 100 pounds up, 15 flights of freaking stairs.
I don't know about you, but most kids that I know nowadays won't even be able to put 50-pound box on their shoulder.
Exactly. I mean, shit, I'm almost 50 years old and I can still schlep a 50-pound box, to 70-pound box of tile on my shoulder up a bunch of stairs if I had to.
Because you've done that since you were a kid. So, like, I mean, if these kids now, I guess they can handle the weight of an electronic or a game controller. That's about it.
My dog, my bigger dog, she's got spinal fusion, so her back legs are failing on her. So
yeah,
she's like 8 pounds. So I pick her up and carry her around like I used to. Just carry her around like a baby.
Oh yeah.
But,
who knows? That's just society, But hopefully something will change because between millennials and everything else, these millennials are just lazy.
I got tickled. Lady at work, she got one of those bicycles, so like sit instead of an office chair, it's like a bicycle. She sits in front of her desk while she works. Got a sit-stand desk.
Yeah.
Her and another guy we worked with, they were trying to put the wheels on it, and they were trying to lift it up with the wheels on it, and I watched them struggle. It's like I walked over. Care if I help? I just went over, picked it up one hand, popped the wheels on.
That's amazing.
I remember neighbors across the road that used to live across the road. They were trashy people, and they always had mean pit bulls.
Mm-hmm.
One of them got loose, come over, and before I had my yard fenced in, attacked my Roxy. I had enough of it. Went over there and picked that pit bull up like a cat, back of the neck, and handed it. He come running over. I'm sorry. I handed it to him. Here you go. Take your damn dog.
feel bad because it's not usually the dog's fault. It's just the
Oh no,
it's the owner.
It was clearly the owner. The dog, after it tried to attack my little dog one time, my smaller dog, it tried to run in the house chasing after it, and I punched the shit out of it. I don't like hurt animals, only if it's a have-to situation.
Yeah.
The dog loved me ever since. I became the alpha.
And sometimes you got to do that. I had to put a dog into a headlock one time because it went after this little kid, and it didn't give two shits about me, but it was going after this little kid, and I don't know what the hell the deal was, but I grabbed the dog, was trying to pull it away, and then it wouldn't do anything, and then next thing I put it in a headlock, and the owner's freaking out. I'm like, well, look, would you rather take a lawsuit and just turn with this kid? And it was a small child. It was only a child about 5 or 6 years old. Yeah. And it was a pretty big dog. I can't remember what breed it was, but like an Akita or something. And I was like, no, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. And so the dog, finally calmed down and didn't even try to bite me or nothing. So established dominance over them. They're going to back down from you.
Yeah, so it's just a shame though that these people don't like they for the dog to act that way, that's gotta be they gotta be in a bad the owners bad.
Dogs, but normally are the happiest go lucky animals on the planet.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
You gotta be a horrible person to turn them mean.
I
mean, when dogs were created, they were sitting here to be some of the sweetest, gentlest animals on the planet.
Yeah.
And if they're mean, something happened to them.
Yep.
I don't fault the dogs a bit. We had Renner on top of the hill. They had a American Bulldog. They were clearly feeding this dog steroids, probably a fighting dog. Kept getting loose. The owner come down there one time and was like, when it first got loose, so it's like I just start walking toward it. It's like dogs normally love me, so anyway. So I was going. He said, no, it'll bite. It's like, okay, you need to tie your damn dog up. Then just every time afterwards, he's like, he never said. He said, trying to say, it's a good dog. It's like, you told me it will attack before, and now you're saying it won't. Okay. It tried to attack everybody on the hillside. There was a little old lady walking up. She had to come into our house to get away from it one time. I was getting ready for work. It tried to attack me several times. I always stood my ground. It ran away. But it tried to attack this little old lady walking her little Dotson dog. I said, that's enough. And if it's still in the yard when I get out there, it'll be there until he comes retrieves what's left. He got it before I got out of the shower.
Well, you got almost all them head sculpts painted up on the hair already. Shoot.
Yeah, I got a good chunk of the base hair painted, and I got to do the fine edge work too, but get the good chunk of the hairs painted.
It looks like Steven got his paint removed off the figure.
Yep.
So it took him a while there. He must have realized just got done removing the paint. Oh yeah, it just popped up.
So slowly work it off of that way you don't damage the plastic. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Which figure was he removing the paint off of?
Test figure. I think he's painting up. Wasn't it a test figure? Working on doing red. Red, you always got to do like a basic lighter coat.
Yeah, white's usually best for reds.
Yep. If you want your red to really be vibrant, a white base coat.
Yeah.
Okay, we've cleared the 3-hour mark.
Yes, oh yeah, we did. Shoot, 3 hours 4 minutes.
There he is.
Hey.
You got her straightened up.
I did remove paint, but not off the test figure.
Okay.
What I did was, and I hate having to do this, is taking the figure apart.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you what I did. So I put hot water on it.
Yep.
And pull it out the ball socket, and just did like a deep clean to remove half of the black paint from the figure, so
Yep.
I can get whenever I get some white paint, I can paint over that.
Mm-hmm. If you can take it apart enough, the Mr. Hobby white primer would be really good. You can get a nice smooth base coat of white. Then you can go over your red that way.
Yeah. When this figure came out, and since the type of arranger I'm trying to custom make is more animal based,
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much figured that this is the figure I need for that custom.
Cool. Yeah, I got quite a bit done in that with the different hit. I got start getting the base coat on Leia. I think it's that paint already mixed up is damn near perfect, close match. I don't know what I mixed it up for, but it's pretty close to Leia's original skin tones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it back together not until
I'll put on my color in there for a little bit.
Not until it's fully painted. Until then, it's gonna stay in a Ziploc bag, so I don't lose any pieces.
I'm going to do one more coat on Leia, then I'm going to call. I think we call it a night.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I'd pop in just for that.
Yeah.
Because saying all that is gonna be a bit time consuming to type it all in.
Oh yeah, it's easier to say than to type.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I should use more of the acetone to remove the oh crap. To remove the paint from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should just use it as a test model.
If you want to try the red out, I would definitely like to get your thicker paint off of it. Go ahead and just remove it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this is under all this paint. It's already red all over.
Okay.
So that's not really gonna help. But I've been trying to find the kind of color red. That's this vibrant color.
Okay.
I also want a bit of a darker tone.
Okay. For tonight, we got Leia's head base coated. A lot of work on the Hulk heads, base green. Start doing the hairs. Put a base coat on the Screaming Prime head. Resculpted the back. Put eyes on the Juggernaut.
And we
eyebrows and lips.
And we are making a hard case figure.
Yep, and got to grab the head from a previous hard case, which somehow had already paint matched to the Hercules body. Fitted it to the Hercules body.
What size magnet did you use for Doctor Strange? Was it a 5mm?
Did I take pictures of it on Instagram? I think I did. bu- 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 bu-
Removing all that paint from the figure got my hands all messy.
Oh yeah, I usually have to wash up afterwards.
Thing is, I usually I was gonna just wear disposable gloves. But the thing right now, I can't find them.
Yeah, it looks like it was just over a 0.5 millimeter.
Yeah, that's this is the magnets I used in the chest, and that's how deep they are, and it's how wide the diameter.
Yep.
This is pretty strong.
I put 2 in the chest to make them a little stronger, so I drilled it a little deeper. You can pick up some magnets like this at Home Depot and Lowe's. It's usually over where like their latches and stuff are, right? Like for door latches and stuff are.
Yeah.
Some people use magnets for stuff like that, door cabinets and stuff. But they're little tiny ones. I'm trying to click on the wrong screen.
Covered it up real good. You can't even tell they're in there.
Yeah,
you matched the paint very well.
that was just luck mixing with the testers. That was French blue, Model Master, then you get their regular brand acrylics, gloss purple, then just regular white. Just kept testing it out until I got the right color. It turned out really well.
Yeah.
Don's going to be making me a soft goods cape for the. So I'm going to have an extra cape. I can just. Heck, I got that magnet on there. I can actually put like a metal rod and stuff like that, and make it look like the cape's hovering.
There's
He was on last week, right?
Site.
Do what now?
Yeah.
He was on last week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a site I have saved here. Here it is. First, I'll open another tab.
How's the size difference between the Valaverse and the classified stuff? It looks good. Just when you see it next to this one, he's small.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be getting the classified one too, though.
Oh, that's not it.
Sarge to me was a cartoon character before he was a wrestler. That's when I first introduced Sergeant Slaughter was G.I. Joe. I didn't watch wrestling until I got in my teens.
Yeah, I was reversed. I remember him from wrestling when he turned heel before he became G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think it's about that time.
Oh yes, it is.
Call tonight. Well, luckily I don't have to work tomorrow.
Same here.
I do.
Same here.
Got the
It was right here somewhere.
There we go. Clear out some. Now I have to touch up the hair, but I think it's gonna look pretty good. Got the hair on the back of the Juggernaut. Raise the head up. I love how those eyes come out though. If I can get the sizes just right on the regular heads, the decals for the eyes is the way to go for the future.
Yeah.
Once you seal that, they're on there for good.
Oh yeah.
That's when they were doing those metallic colors for eyes. I don't know why they was using metallics for eyes for a while.
Okay, I found the site. So it's called 112 Props.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like a number of stuff. Sculpted heads, cloth capes, and the average range is around like $15 to $30. But for the Doctor Strange, it's $20 to $23
Big cape.
because not only do they offer the cape, but they also offer a 3D printed Eye of Agamotto and a cloth sash.
Cool.
I'll put a link in the private chat.
Oh yeah, do that so we can see that.
I plan on getting the custom.
No, I don't want to chat to nobody right now. Oh, that's who's got that. I seen somebody that pop up on like a Facebook the other day. The Ang Lee head for the Marvel Select.
Yeah.
Woo, 55.
Oh.
Head. I'll paint mine. He-Man heads. I'm just not a fan of the Masterverse bodies.
Yeah.
The Tom Cruise head.
Yeah.
And all the rumors Tom Cruise was going to be in that movie ended up not being in the movie.
He's not in the movie?
From my understanding, he's not. That is a nice looking cape.
Yeah. From what the guy showed it on his channel, you can you can pop the torso off the legs, remove the plastic sash, and put it back together, and then you can wrap the fabric sash.
Why not? Why would you not pay the extra $3 to get the Agamotto? That's okay.
I mean, $23 for the Agamotto, the cape, and the sash.
I would have one issue with the Agamotto. I would hope the magnets are not glued in. The reverse, like, I already got magnets to fit it in my chest. It was the wrong polarity.
From what the guy showed, is that the magnet is already in there.
Yeah. I'd have to be that.
But I think what you can probably do is if you like the magnet and the if you like the Agamotto that's already on the plastic cape, you can probably remove that and use that as your Agamotto.
I could actually do like a push mold and just make a casting of the from the plastic cape.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Phil. This is I think we're past the 3-hour mark, and I think it's about time. We lost Ponatello.
I thought you might like that.
All right, guys.
Oh, phone's dying, so I'll see you guys next week, Sunday. Great talk to you, buddy.
Take care.
Alrighty.
Later.
We're heading for my bedding, and let me down sleepy at that.
All right, so 1 millimeter. Yeah.
All right, guys. You have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right.